Opie.
Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them. Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
I'm Opie.
I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio.
Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun, fun, fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid.
I'm just a zilch and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio. I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshat.
These dummies that work for us, you guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby.
Always laughing in the wrong places. Ben, where's the coffee?
You rock.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve.
Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment.
This show is a disaster.
Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, bring it now.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I'm being honest. I don't know anything.
Dylan! Mama!
I'm about to strangle you out of your own consciousness.
You folks fell on your face. You get an F- in my book.
Show me how you suck a guy's cock. It's the last time I'm going to ask you.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh!
Good morning and welcome to the Opie and Anthony program.
Good morning.
Big day for the boys.
Oh, yes, it is. I cannot do the show with you wearing that.
Fucking Robert Kelly. I don't know.
Where's mine? If you're going to wear that, I got to wear mine. Get my big, huge Yankee bathrobe.
Robert Kelly brought in bathrobes.
Brought in gifts for us.
It's our first anniversary at XM Satellite Radio. And I got a huge, oversized Mets bathrobe on.
Thank you, Hawk, for assisting me.
And Anthony is getting his big, oversized Yankee bathrobe on. These things stink. They're too big, Robert.
They're too big.
I know most of your friends are fat guys. We're not fat guys.
No, they're actually made for baseball players.
Oh,
actually,
I see.
athletes.
I gotcha.
Skinny radio guys.
With like
that eat granola.
Do you understand that skinny radio guys doesn't make sense? Most of the radio guys are fat.
It's very rare.
Is it really
rare? Skinny radio guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of them big and fat.
God damn. Well, the only reason I wanted to throw mine on is because it's like 45 degrees in the studio today for some reason.
I'm not going to be able to hit any sound effects. What the hell?
You shrunk.
I'm trying to work the board here.
Anthony looks like a praying mantis. Excuse me.
My hands are a good 6 inches up each sleeve.
Yeah.
It's just hanging.
Actually,
we look like little kids, trying to put on our.
We went into Daddy's closet.
I shrunk Opie and Anthony.
Well, that's good. Oh, they are a little
sleeves
toasty.
up a little bit. They're nice, right?
Nice.
Imagine being naked in those, both of you guys. On
Right now?
All right. Let's go, everybody. Naked. This thing is as big as my comforter I use every night.
That's nice.
Well, thank you, Robert.
Yeah, it was. Those are from Matt over at sportrobe.com.
Are they sanctioned?
Sportrobe.com.
Yeah, they are actually.
Sanctioned?
Actually, they just got sanctioned by MLB or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the Dominicans are wearing those.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A-Rod has one on just like that.
I hate to break it to you, but we're the furthest from Dominican.
Oh, you are? Really?
Let's say hi to Mitch in New Jersey.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, with those robes, all you guys need is a couple of dosages of AZT and some lesions about the face. Punch it out.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Got our AIDS robes on. I need a little dog as a companion and a good friend that comes over to take care of it when I'm having a bad day.
Little barking silky terrier.
Yeah.
What else did we get? We got a cardboard thing.
That's good.
with our faces on it.
Thanks. It's our picture that we took with Jimmy Norton, the one we signed when we're out.
Yeah, it's our publicity photo. They made it into a stand-up, and it says, "Happy 1-year anniversary, Opie and Anthony, from all of us at XM Satellite Radio."
And it's signed by nobody, because it says from all of us, but isn't it really just from the person that ordered that?
The guy at Kinko's?
It's not like, if it was from everyone at XM, wouldn't there be signatures? Hey, glad you made it a year, good luck.
And a bottle of cheap wine from Dr. Steve.
Dr. Steve.
Thank you, Dr. Steve. Greg, congratulations on 1 year of Radio Gold with XM. I laughed and laughed. Seriously, you guys are the greatest. I owe you way more than a crappy bottle of wine for all the entertainment you've brought me this year. Your friend, Dr. Steve.
Bravo. Did Jimmy get one?
I don't know.
Out in L.A.? Did he send one out to him?
Did you get one?
Yeah, I got one right there by my desk.
Jimmy has to work at least another 3 months on this show to celebrate 1 year at XM.
Oh, is that how it works out?
Time-wise,
for every hour, the first hour that he's not doing the show with us?
Well, besides all the days he took off to do stand-up across America.
That's true. Remember when we first started, he had a lot of gigs booked already, and we had started, and Jimmy was out a lot.
Jimmy's official first anniversary at XM is, I believe, March 2006. He's a little behind as far as how much time he's done on the radio.
Have you spoken to him since yesterday's show? Did he get to hear any of yesterday's? We were beating him up pretty good.
I talked to him.
Did you?
Did he hear it?
Yeah, he heard it.
Oh, no.
I'll be back Tuesday. I'll be back Tuesday.
I go, hey, we had some fun with you yesterday.
Oh, no.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Well... you know, we,
like we do.
Yeah.
We had fun.
Let me ask you a question on that cardboard thing. Can you pop Jimmy's little head off there and put somebody else's head on?
Very easily.
The Bill Burr head goes there.
What you haven't noticed is that part is Velcroed on.
Is it? And we have like a Bob Kelly head.
Oh, yeah.
And
in the back of it, there's action pieces that you could add. So there's a Bill Burr face, a Robert Kelly face. A Rich Voss face.
No, wait a second. There's not a Rich Voss face.
No, of course not.
Teeth sold option.
Hey, Jimmy Norton ran into the legend at the Comedy Store, and I was in the middle of talking to Jimmy about him running into the legend.
Yeah.
Dice, an old friend of the show, and then I had to go, so I said, I'll call you later, and I never called. So I think Jimmy's calling in today.
He was hanging out with the Dice Man?
Yeah, like smoothing some things over, looks like.
Wow.
Smoothing some things over.
Smoothing things. He was smoothing things. Which way?
Remember he said he...
Which way?
Remember he said he wouldn't go on the show until he talked to me?
Yeah.
There was a reason why he wanted to do that, I guess. Jimmy will explain that later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, why
And
not?
that's why he's blown us off for a year.
I guess so, yeah. I guess so.
All right. That makes perfect sense.
Because I never called him back because I thought he was getting, like, an even bigger head and a bigger ego.
Yeah!
So I was like,
hey, Jacob!
Whatever. Let's go to Dustin in West Virginia. Dustin, what's up?
How you doing, guys?
Pretty good, Dustin.
Very good.
I just wanted to tell y'all happy anniversary. I've been listening ever since you come on last year. That was a great first show. I hope you play it.
Well, we got some stuff from the first show, the first week on XM.
Eek. Why? I thought that was all destroyed.
You know,
that's what...
Go ahead, Dustin.
That's what got me hooked was that very first show. It was great.
Oh, thank you, Dustin. We appreciate that. All right.
Problem.
Can we not call it an anniversary?
What is it?
It's like Anthony and I are a couple in Massachusetts or something.
Happy anniversary, Opie.
What did you get me, Anthony?
Nothing.
You guys are sitting there with your robes
Nothing,
on.
bitch. And when you're done rattling those pots and pans, get your ass in the bedroom.
That would sound real tough if you weren't wearing a quadruple XL fucking robe that makes you look like
my Yankee robe.
Like you're really sick.
Well, I've had a bit of a fever and my throat is a little sore today.
Robert, what the fuck are we supposed to do with these?
You know
things
something? These will be wonderful at home. This is going to go on the back of my bathroom door.
Yeah.
You get out of the shower, you pop this on. Nice.
Put that on, you'll be nice and warm and toasty.
Of course.
Right? You know how great it would be to get, oral pleasures in that thing.
And that's right. It just kind of pops open.
Pops open.
Yeah. Pops out.
You look good in it, Hope.
Mike, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to know if Anthony would feel more comfortable in his wizard robe today.
Speaking of the wizard robe,
I could honestly
punch
say
it out.
I can say no. I wouldn't feel more comfortable because we.
Do you have the note that came with that thing?
Where's the note? I was sent a wizard robe.
It's in that box, that FedEx box. Anthony has been sent a wizard robe.
Mm-hmm.
There's many problems with his wizard robe that was sent by a faithful listener of this fine radio program.
I have my Yankee robe on, but I will not put on the wizard robe. Just because it's got those weird sun, moon, and stars on it like a wizard robe doesn't make it a wizard robe.
All right, here, give me the note.
You wear that, you'll be wearing the bathrobe in no time.
You know, we get mail every day, and for once I'm like, hey, I want to open up something fun.
Yeah, what are you, crazy? I saw him there with a box and a key. You're like opening up the top of the box. Those things explode.
Because it's like Christmas every day here.
Oh, yeah. Christmas in Harlem.
What did you get today?
The shittiest gifts ever.
Eric got Vacation Magazine today.
Yeah.
Is that what you get?
Thanks whoever subscribed me to that.
Yeah.
Eric got Vacation Magazine.
Yeah.
Anthony got a wizard robe.
Oh, every day Anthony Cuntia gets pamphlets to go to DeVry Institute. These people are regular comedians.
Bring Ben in here with the box of mail, because there's a lot of great stuff that came in overnight. Including this subject. I have a wizard robe I would like to send in for Professor Anthony.
Now, I was very excited when I heard this. I thought it would be very funny to put on a wizard robe.
It would be great for the bit when you go down that road. We all just pause and wait as you put on your wizard robe.
Yeah.
And then the knowledge ensues.
Of course, because I'm a wizard.
Hi, Steve. I have a wizard robe I would like to send in for Professor Anthony. It was a vintage gift to someone who never wore it, but I hand-washed it anyway, so...
Hand-washed it?
So it is all ready to go. It is more like a sexy see-through number with moon and star motif from Fredericks of Hollywood.
That isn't a wizard robe if it's sexy.
But maybe good for some laughs. Can you give me an address where I can be sure he will get it? Thanks, Bill. Yeah, the problem is the wizard robe is from Fredericks of Hollywood, and we were all dreaming and hoping that Anthony would throw it on and walk down the hall so we could see his ass, because it's a short one.
It's real short, and it's very slinky.
You know how the girls do in the strip clubs and stuff?
Ow.
Or if you're lucky enough in your own fucking bedroom at home. That's the type of robe it is, where it barely covers like half the ass, I guess.
It's lingerie, and it just happens to have those stars
and
the little moons and the suns on it, like a wizard robe would. It's black, and the symbols on it are silver. But Jesus Christ, it's for a woman. It's lingerie.
It's like
I won't be parading
a 45-year-old hooker would have on when you go over her house.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
She spins around.
Well, we look forward to more gifts today as we celebrate 1 year with XM Satellite Radio.
Yes.
So funny in the fucking robe.
Love the robe.
I hate my robe.
Do you hate it?
Yes, I do.
I notice I don't have the arm patch thing. That thing looks a little, bulky. The patches are like cement.
The patches are weighing me down.
They're real big and heavy.
The patches are so heavy I can't lift my arms, man.
Like you got the big Mets thing on the front. I just got a little Yankee logo on the front here.
Is it the robe's fault that you guys don't have shoulders?
I have shoulders. I work out all the time.
Just because you're not man size,
I
you're
gotta
guy
defend
size.
myself.
Boyish figures.
You guys are, you're like guys. You're not men.
Let's say hi to Adam.
Garanimal robes.
Adam in California, what's up?
Hey guys, happy anniversary. I know you don't want to hear that, but
thanks, Adam.
Yeah, hey, I was going to tell you that XM's the best, man. We went down to Mexico on our vacation, and it's about 900 miles south of McAllen, and I was still getting the XM signal over there.
Nice. How cool is that?
Yeah, I know, and also our company, we're about 6,800 units on our tractors. Next year, they're all going to have XM.
Oh, wow. Great. Well, it's growing every day, buddy.
I read they had a huge quarter, too, XM.
Yeah.
Really big quarter.
Yeah.
They added over 600,000 subs for the third quarter.
Biggest quarter in their history so far.
Up 48% from last year's third quarter.
How huge is that?
Yeah, big. Hey, guys.
All right.
Out.
Thank you,
See you
Adam.
guys. Bye.
Speaking of, I don't know. It's Eric Logan, everyone.
Elo, our own Eric Logan. Elo, how are you today?
I won't say happy anniversary. I'll say congratulations. How's that? You made it.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, most people didn't think we'd make it a year.
Yep.
So this is a huge milestone for the boys.
Isn't that amazing that we've made it a year with how big of failures we are? How we had to be taken off of the subscriber-based platform because we were such failures?
Yeah, you were such a failure. We took you off the premium tier to make sure that everybody could hear you. Because
because we were
such a
failing.
Horrible show. It was terrible. Absolutely.
I actually read a post on the New York Radio message board that they said Opie and Anthony are failures because they had to take them off the premium channel. Then they were failures because they added another show to their channel, Ron and Fez. Now they're a failure because they've been added to the DirecTV deal.
Oh, we're failures because of that too? How does that translate into failure?
That's the new reason why we're failing is that that we're failing so bad that XM decided to expose the show to close to 15 million people.
I certainly hope this trend of failure continues with us at XM because this is very nice. I like how when we first started and we were on the premium tier, people said that we were a failure and they didn't have any faith in us because we had to be put on the premium tier. And then when we were taken off, we were a complete failure because we had to be taken off of the premium. It's one or the other, isn't it? What happened to those people? Where are they? How come they don't chime in now?
I think, listen, I'm gonna keep hoping that you continue to fail at the same rate that you're failing now. In fact, I'm betting on it.
Thank you, Eric.
And
Absolutely.
And Eric, what did you send us for this big occasion today?
Well, actually, I'm a little disappointed. I know there are two personal gifts for you and Anthony that Mr. Wicklund has in his possession. That I don't know if you have them today. You may have them this morning when FedEx gets there or not. But you have two gifts coming your way.
All right.
Ooh. Now,
we call it a pre-tease in the radio business.
I like that. I like gifts in
and
FedEx envelope.
They're very personal. Personal for you, and personal for you.
Oh, it is
Very
personal.
good. Very nice.
I hope it's a big fat check.
Yes, and for the record, I actually approved the PO for the big cutout, so I guess that cutout would be from me.
So that's you. I don't like that Elo listens to our show. How many channels are on XM?
Yeah.
Aren't you a busy man?
158 with a new women's channel we launched yesterday.
Well, why don't you listen to the women's channel there, Elo? You're always listening to this show, and sometimes I don't want you hearing what I say.
For a show that's failing miserably, I don't think you need to listen anymore.
Well, I got to make sure you continue to fail at the same standard by which you've kept failing.
And Take 5 hit the air yesterday.
Hit the air yesterday, yep.
And we care why. We're men.
It's very fun to listen to.
If you're a chick, right?
Oh, it's entertaining for guys.
How is it entertaining for guys? Are they getting naked over there on Take 5?
Yes, they are.
That would be hilarious if it's a chick channel and they just have guys parading through every day getting naked and doing the opposite of what Shock Jocks do.
Shock Jock. Wow, look at that cock.
So I got
Whip it out Wednesday.
Right.
Huh?
No, I can tell you I got an email from a pest.
Yeah? You did.
Yep, and it said, what is the last thing a sardine hears?
Oh!
I don't know.
But he tried.
He tried.
That was cute.
He has the worst timing.
I know.
He didn't wait for you to...
He didn't wait for us to answer.
He has the timing of throat cancer.
Do you think he's just sitting there going, I should have waited? Or do you think he's pumping his arm? Yeah. Got him! Got him!
He was pumping his arm. Now he's listening to us, and now he's going, fuck.
He didn't really sell it.
Picture him in his glass office, because his office is all glass, and all the other employees are, like, they're typing on their keyboard, and then they look up, and they see him, like, and it's all quiet because it's kind of soundproof. He's jumping around, punching the air in his office, and they all then just look back down at their keyboard and keep typing.
I don't know. He's got to do a little better than that. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Huh?
It was awful.
It was awful.
Yeah,
right?
that was a little much.
All right. Actually, he's in his car.
You should call him back and let him try again.
Yeah. Try again. He's been working on that all day, all morning.
Oh, he's been waiting for that since yesterday.
You're not getting me today.
Hey, honey, guess what I'm going to do today?
He was on hold going, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him.
Today you're going to get him, honey? Well, good luck.
All right, we got lots to do. We're going to start with the Laszlo, Steve, trailer they made for us.
Right.
In honor of 1 year on XM Satellite Radio. This is
a good one.
This is a great piece of production. And right after this, we should get Steve in the studio because Steve has been had. We got so excited before the show. He was showing us a video. It'll be up on FoundryMusic.com and OpieAnthony.com.
I'm trying to get my templates, and they're falling on the floor because my big sleeves are knocking everything.
I keep laughing because I look over and you guys are in these robes. I feel like I'm
the only reason I'm wearing this is because I'm freezing. Look how big this fucking thing is.
It's like a kimono.
Look at this. Look at this.
I can't even look at this. I'm trying to get this. There we go.
You look like Opie and Anthony, but as kids.
I just want a really big coffee cup to try to hold, too.
Get him a big chair.
The incredible shrinking shock jocks.
Big shoes.
All right, so check out this production, then we'll get into the Steve thing. He got had so bad, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, we should get the video up there so all the pests and the listeners could play along and mock him like we've been mocking him for the last 20 minutes.
He was talking about this for weeks, Spence says.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, check out the production first, though.
Each day, millions of Americans gather around their satellite radios, awaiting the rallying cry that unifies them all. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. But it's a show where every day may be their last. As they celebrate 1 year back on the air, let's look back on moments that could have been their final sign-off.
This one, right?
Yes.
Oh, what are you
motherfucker!
Oh, Bernie! Stand up to your right, Bernie!
Oh, my God!
Subway vigilante Bernard Getz has shot and killed radio shock jocks Opie and Anthony during an apparent psychotic meltdown over a broken CD. Let's go to our token Asian correspondent, Wei-Jing Sao.
Another close call came with Tippy Tom, and it could have gone terribly wrong.
Are you guys ready to wake up Tippy Tom?
Tippy Tom. It's Tommy.
Uh-oh, he might
Tom.
be dead.
He could be.
Does he have a pulse? Yeah, does he have a pulse?
Looks a little blue.
Oh, my. We could have a problem.
A homeless man died live on national radio today on the Opie and Anthony Show after passing out and swallowing his own tongue. XM Satellite Radio fired the controversial radio team. XM Vice President of Programming Eric Logan, who has great hair, is denying any liability.
And while their assault on the media campaign has attracted national attention, the consequences could have been severe.
Breaking news, former CBS reporter Arthur Chien has reportedly gone on a rampage outside the XM studios in New York, attacking Opie and Anthony with a samurai sword while shouting the same expletive that got him fired.
What the fuck is your problem, man?
But those things didn't happen. So it's a time of celebration for year one of the Opie and Anthony Show. There'll be drinks held high in the air, bear hugs, and for a few, maybe even a tranny. Remember, every O&A show is a moment to cherish, because each show could be their last. Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
And it burns when I pee.
Bravo.
That's great.
To Laszlo and Steve for that.
That is a good one.
Holy crap, is that good.
I had to roll my sleeves up on my Haley Joel Osment arms. I am the worst.
I hope he keeps having to sit up and stretch his arms out.
I rolled my sleeves up.
Dude, what size are these things? Seriously.
They're man size.
They are truly meant for, like, actual
actually
players.
People who have athletes, shoulders, biceps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, is Steve coming in here? Steve, here, try on this robe. You're a lot bigger than me.
There he goes. Ooh, nice one.
Ooh.
Everyone's buying the hybrids now. You reading this? And car sales are down at the automakers and the foreign cars, the ones with the...
Looks good on you.
Oh, look at that.
Jesus.
Wow, Steve looks like you look so
where
cozy.
The patch should be, though, on his arm, up on his shoulder, kind of.
You can actually see the M. See the Mets thing. The M is on one side of the opening in the front, and the ETS is on the other. And when Opie was wearing it, was just the ETS. You were an ETS fan because it just covered the M. With Steve, you can see Mets.
Right.
That's 45.
He's the S.
Well, he's got that big barrel chest. He's
a cozy little bear wearing that robe.
Do you like the Mets?
He's got the body of a man.
No, I mean, I'm not a huge Mets fan. I mean, I'm not really a huge anything fan as far as baseball goes, but this is really comfortable.
You're now a Mets fan.
Woo!
Enjoy.
Thank you. Gave him the robe?
Yes, I can't wear that thing. It's too
great. This is actually very comfortable. It's a little long in the sleeves, but damn, thank you.
It's long in the sleeves for Steve.
You roll the sleeve up once. That's what
is that what you do?
Yeah, you're supposed to roll it up once.
It's a little long for Steve, who pretends to be 6'4", so...
No, I never pretended to be 6'4".
Yes,
I said 6'2" for a time. And
when you're wearing it around the house, you don't have to roll the sleeves up. It's not like you're going to be working the combine as you're wearing the robe. It's sitting around on your couch.
You can actually put the remote in the sleeve when you roll it up like
very
that.
well could.
Bag of chips, maybe a diet soda.
Buick.
A Buick. That's so funny.
I like it.
We got to get into Steve and the DVD he received in the mail.
Jesus.
Steve, I think it's just a matter of him getting... Steve's like an air traffic controller. You know how it is with those guys? They work. They're under so much pressure and stress. It's the same thing every day, high pressure. They're getting the same information. And occasionally they get what's called burnout.
Yeah.
And you know what happens? Planes hit each other. That's what happens.
Just carnage and fiery wreckage everywhere.
But with you, you just start... You can't distinguish between fact and fiction anymore.
Right.
Between the real and the fake. And he gives us these things that are supposed to be these video clips on the internet that are real. And we watch them, and Opie just looks and goes, oh, my God, this is so fake. Like, before it even happened.
And you gave me a copy to bring home with me. He was all excited.
I should just
do the setup, the premise.
Yeah, the premise of this whole thing is I got an email from somebody who had seen a movie called Delusions in Modern Primitivism on the Sundance Channel.
Gunga.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't even get it out right. And it was a movie, or a 17-minute documentary, quote-unquote, about a guy who had gotten so tired of his piercings and tattoos that he wanted to take the next step in body modification. Now, I've seen all kinds of body modification. I've seen people putting silicone horns on their heads. I've seen people slicing open their tongues.
Seen the rings? People get rings, and they slice their forearms, like up top, on the top, and then slide these rings underneath the skin. So they have what amounts to rings under their skin.
Yeah.
It looks reptilian almost.
Yeah, there's guys that tattoo their faces to look like reptiles and snakes and lizards. People just sawing off fingers because it looks cool, and it's just body modification.
Fangs,
so I've seen
permanent
fangs, sawing down their teeth. So
the big rings in the ears that you could almost put your arms through.
Yep. And so I've seen all kinds of extreme stuff. So this email that I got was describing how this guy's next step in body modification was he wanted to get a gunshot wound.
All right.
So, and in the email was the director's email address. It wasn't the director that emailed me. It was just some guy who had seen it and said, email the director. Here's his address. So I said, oh, wow, that sounds pretty cool. So I emailed the guy. I said, a fan told us about your documentary. I'd really want to see it. Do you think you can send us a copy? Here's my number if you want to talk to me about it. Talk to the guy. And I'm trying to recall the conversation in my head as to what I actually said, about the movie or what we discussed. I don't think a whole lot was discussed other than send it here. I really want to see it. So I saw it last night, and I handed Ope a copy of the 17-minute DVD, and it is shot documentary style, and it chronicles this young guy named Jerome in the suburban Texas.
Could you get us just the audio of the piece you showed us?
Sure.
Yeah. We have to play this on the air.
It's it amounts to him sitting in a chair,
right,
with sandbags behind him,
right.
His pal? Is it a friend of his, or is this somebody that does this?
Somebody that does this, slash a friend of his.
Now this is in a garage type atmosphere. It looks like the set of American Chopper. He opens up one of the big red stand-up toolboxes, and in there are various pistols and knives and whatnot. I guess that he does his body modification with. Pulls out a pistol. You really don't get a good look at any bullets, I'm thinking, now either.
Well, previously in the thing, he shows him loading it, taking out a real .38 special bullet, putting it in the chamber, and cocking it.
Well, and then he's sitting the guy down. The guy's obviously nervous. He's got a towel over his shoulder. Sits in the chair. The guy's explaining to him what's going to happen. And he goes, I'm going to shoot you on the count of 3. So the guy goes, give me a minute, give me a minute. He's sitting in the chair. Guy cocks the gun, goes 1, boom,
Bam!
and just shoots the gun on 1. At which point the guy in the chair goes, fuck, oh, he starts going, oh. He stands up. Now the towel that's over his arm is covering any bit of wound or anything, but you do see some blood coming down. And then the guy's still cursing. The garage door opens up to reveal an ambulance that's just waiting there, I guess, for this to happen. Who was it, Ben, that brought up the fact that he goes, look at the ambulance, looking like it's from 1970s. It was like the movie Mother Jugs and Speed. Ever seen that one?
No, but
the ambulance, or Fuzz, or
the Cannonball Run ambulance.
Not gonna
Cannonball Run.
No, Anthony, I've not seen that movie.
That was
Jesus.
Bill Cosby and Raquel Welch, I believe, was in that one.
Of course it was.
And I was a gaffer on that movie back in 1972.
You and some schmuck from Indiana saw the movie. Congratulations for showing your intelligence to. The ambulance just looked old.
The guy when the garage door opens up, it's a big double.
Because now they got to get
door.
the guy to the hospital immediately.
Yeah.
And he's walking and falling down, falling
But
down.
they didn't even put oxygen on.
They did nothing.
They did nothing. The guy was standing like Ned from Pulp Fiction.
Right. The garage door opens, and then the guy who's manning the ambulance is having a cigarette.
He's sitting there
because that's the perfect time to have a cigarette.
The second the garage door opens, now obviously they heard a gunshot.
Right.
It happened.
Sure.
It happened. They're outside the garage door. The garage door opens. After hearing a gunshot, the guy that's in the ambulance is standing against the ambulance, 1 foot kicked up on the side of it, leaning against it, smoking a cigarette. Now, wouldn't he know if he heard the shot that now is go time? But he's just waiting. The door opens. He's like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay, we're ready.
The guy that's shot now, supposedly shot, rubs alongside of this filthy ambulance and leaves a blood stain on the side.
Like it's WWE.
Yeah, and there's no stretcher, there's no oxygen, there's nothing.
Well, he's a
no
tough guy.
Compresses. They just throw him in the van.
The guy got in the passenger seat. I mean,
And he didn't even move his map book.
Right.
And he takes off.
In hindsight, these are all very excellent points.
Of course they are, Steve.
I'm having a very hard time disputing anything.
This is the biggest bunch of shit.
Never mind.
And and after this, and of course it would have helped if I had actually done a tiny bit of research, because when I went to the actual website for the film and the director, a few clicks past the main page was a whole cast list of this film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with characters and actors' names, and I'm looking at this.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, damn it.
Well, Adam from New Jersey wants to defend you. Adam?
Yeah, man, this thing's real as hell.
Oh, sure it is.
It goes in like documentary style, and they're like, oh, you see the part where the guy's in the car just talking about, hey, I think I want to do it. I did the piercings, I did the tattoo, but, gunshot wound's the next thing, man, the next big...
Yeah, we know, but it's all fake.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, dude, Blair Bitch Project, that was fake, too, dude.
Dude, how do you say this is real?
Because I'm an idiot.
Okay.
That was a great answer.
The thing that got me was that ambulance guy.
Yeah.
Because the second, boom, you hear the bang from outside that door, you would think they'd be all ready to go. When the door opened, it was hysterical. You know how you'd stand outside a bar talking to your friends, 1 foot against your vehicle, and you're kind of smoking? It looked like he didn't even budge. Heard the gunshot, I'm going to finish up this camel. Didn't budge.
Jeremy, New Jersey, what's up?
How you doing, boys?
All right.
I got to agree with Steve. I mean, I believe that it's fake now, but up until this morning and all your points, I thought it was 100% real. I saw it years ago at like 3 in the morning.
Really?
It's on Showtime. You're not even thinking of it as a fake. It's just sandwiched between a couple other little documentaries.
Yeah, they played his filler on Showtime a lot, is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Yeah, but don't you realize that it's against the law? You can't get a license tattooing to shoot somebody.
Right. Here's how I'll defend myself. The reality is I get hundreds and hundreds of these reality type videos a week, and I'm not saying that it was right that I fell for this, but I get between the Kate Moss video, the helicopter crash videos, the gang the gang shooting videos that I get. You get a little desensitized. And you
occasionally,
get
a couple. They slip through the cracks.
A couple fake ones slip through, and this one got me. One got me.
We got his.
The ambulance was spelled with a P.
Ambulance. Let's say hi to Chris on Long Island. Chris?
What's up, boys?
Hey, Chris.
Congratulations for 1 year.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Listen, Anthony, I just wanted to let you know you're not the only one who saw Mother Jugs and Speed.
Oh, really?
A lot of guys who are in public safety are big fans of that movie. It's a big cult classic.
It is a cult classic, that movie.
Yeah, Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, just like Caddyshack.
Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, exactly.
Larry Hagman was in that. What you call it? Larry Hagman does a scene in that movie that just makes everybody in my profession cringe. He's boning an unconscious girl in the back of the ambulance on the way to the hospital.
It's a funny movie.
Just makes us cringe, I swear to God.
All right.
What's it called?
That's all I got to say. Nothing
Mother
funny.
Jugs
I'll
and
cut you
Speed.
Mother
Jugs and Speed.
Jugs and Speed.
That's their names.
Good movie, good movie. You'll
All
love
right. Thank you, Chris. Let's go to FedEx. FedEx Ed. FedEx Ed.
Stop listening to your radio. It's a year, and we still have to tell people
You've
this.
been waiting 20 minutes just to say happy first anniversary or happy first year at XM, and I think he fell asleep or something.
Yeah.
He's a major fan of the show. He runs a website called oavirus.com that has a lot of our old shows. Our shows before XM.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, hello?
Oh, you're there.
Yeah, sorry about that. You guys got to start using UPS because every time you say FedEx, I don't know whether you're talking about me or somebody else.
Oh, FedEx Ed, what's up?
Oh, boy.
I just wanted to wish our guys a happy, an anniversary. Happy birthday, guys.
All right, thank you, Ed.
All right, punch it out.
All right.
We were on a streak there with the calls. What was that, 3 in a row that actually worked?
Yeah, we were doing
That's
all right
our
there.
all-time 1-year streak of good callers.
Well, Eric did some crazy work behind the scenes. He got a lot of audio from the first week on XM.
He did.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not looking back a year ago as some of our best stuff.
Oh, of course
Let's say. I remember the first week as being very rough. We were off the air for 2 years, Opie.
We're playing this
2 years.
to just cringe today.
A little cringe.
The one thing I got to say for myself.
Yeah.
I don't know
You're defending yourself before we even start?
I did get the flu really bad the day before we debuted.
Oh, that's right.
And I was beyond sick, but we had like national TV crews coming in and the print media and
it's a very important day in history.
And I even called Anthony. I'm like, dude, if this was just a regular day, there's no way I would come in. I can't do this. But everything was set, and there was no choice whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the first 2 weeks at XM with the flu, really bad flu. With that, we listened back to the first words on XM. This is the actual
first words?
Yeah, this is the actual first break. Just a couple minutes of it. Don't worry.
Why don't we just play the whole show and go home?
That's a great idea.
I want to go home.
Get your robe on.
My robe on.
So we go back a year.
Very comfy.
To listen to this. The first words on XM. I have no idea what's going on. Is the Rage Against the Machine music still playing? What a great way to start our brand new careers at XM Satellite Radio.
Tripping over ourselves.
Now I don't hear the music, but I think we're live on the air, right? All right. Well, welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yes, indeed. Welcome.
What a cluster F.
What happened?
Now it's good?
But we can't hear the music.
We can't hear the music. We like talking over the Rage Against the Machine music. Oh, my God. It just ended, so, okay, here we go. There's 50 people looking at us, and we have no effing idea what's going on. It's the Opie and Anthony Show on XM Satellite Radio, Anthony.
Yes. Back after a short break. We're finally back. My God.
About 2 years worth of break. Ugh. And these guys just put the studio together literally 5 minutes ago.
They're still putting it together.
Yeah, that's true.
We're sitting in the midst of a bunch of construction and electronics that are surrounding us right now.
Right.
I'm in front of a jumbotron.
Yeah, you
pretty
look
much what I can describe this as.
You look completely ridiculous.
I know.
Do you know what all those buttons do?
All I know is my responsibility. Last time we were on the air 2 years ago was to show up and drink beer.
Right.
That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's all I had to do. Now I have buttons and stuff.
I think you can launch missiles from what they put in front of you.
And I just might. There's buttons and things and I'm supposed to do things?
Yeah.
I don't know. All of a sudden they were talking about, something we wanted to do later on in the show.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, oh, Anthony can trigger that. I'm like, no, I shan't be triggering anything. I'm not triggering things.
Wait,
I don't know.
That means we have something planned for later on?
Apparently.
Oh, all right.
I hope I don't have to trigger it.
And you got to love our old listeners. They're like, enough with the music, start the show.
Yeah.
And now that they're paying for the Opie and Anthony show, they're going to get quite abusive, I think.
I know, yeah.
But that wasn't our fault. See, we're working out all the bugs. I mean, we had this great intro to start off the show right at 6 a.m. You'd hear, you know, the graveyard music from The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and all of a sudden it went into another Metallica song. And
yeah, so we were 6 minutes late on that one.
And then there's another guy duct taping something together to my left, and half my buttons, I don't know what they do.
It's supposed to be how it goes anyway.
And then we got a camera crew in here and 15 people I've never seen in my life, all just staring at us, and we're supposed to be creative and funny right now.
Look, let's watch him and catch him on film being funny.
Right. This guy wants to shine a huge light on us to light up the studio. You think the light will be distracting? Oh, a little bit.
I think being here is distracting for us. After 2 years, getting up this early, I got to tell you, that was a little distracting for me.
What happened to us?
I was used to rolling home at this hour, you know? And just being tackling, Ben.
And now we got to be responsible broadcasters.
Oh, the good old days when we used to be able to be irresponsible broadcasters.
I know. This was a bad idea, man. And we're back live. Oh, that is really uncomfortable to listen to.
You can tell, though. You can hear it in your voices.
I know, can't
how excited you kind of were to be back on the radio.
Right.
Just a little bit you could hear, like,
I could have used a couple more days off. I was sleepy.
Wow.
Bill from Waterford is saying, he quotes, "I have no idea what's going on," and then he says, "That's a battle cry if I ever heard one." That seems to be the first words that were uttered. I have no idea what's going on. How appropriate.
Well,
you guys had a lot of trouble. Remember the sound? His sound would be down.
Oh, man, let me tell you.
Anybody called in, it sucked. You couldn't hear him.
Technical glitches that went on for quite a while.
A long time. A real long time.
But we overcame all those.
Yeah, they were putting together the studio as we were broadcasting.
And it was obvious.
And the camera crew as well. We just explained it all, I guess.
Yeah.
Hope he was on the verge of smashing something every day.
Well, I smashed a few things in the beginning. Yeah. All right, we have a few more clips we could play from our first show a year ago. First week on XM, I guess.
People really are commenting also on the fact that Ben just cackling in the background. Cackling.
Just laughing. He's the executive producer, and we're basically saying on our first day, we don't know what the fuck's going on. And that's his answer. Just laughing.
It's a cackling bobblehead.
Jesus, Ben, thanks. Here's Anthony and I a year ago today introducing Lil Jimmy Norton to our brand new national audience. We got to say hi to Jim Norton.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy. How are you?
I'd be better if I had room. I got two of the guys that took over the Russian middle school filming me from 3 feet away. Two Chechens just standing here with the camera in my face.
Would you like to take a seat, Jimmy?
No, I'm fine. I'd rather stand.
You're going to stand up?
Yeah, I've been up since yesterday, man. If I sit down, I'm going to fall asleep.
Yeah, that's one person that's really going to have a hard time adjusting is Lil Jimmy, because he's a stand-up comic, of course, everyone knows, and he's got that nightlife thing, you know? He's got to do his club gigs, and they're very late.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much the guy that's going to be up and then stay up through the show and sleep when he gets home.
This is the best part of this whole thing. When Ant and I were deciding should we do afternoons or mornings, I got about 1,000 phone calls from Norton. You got to do afternoons. You got to do afternoons.
Panicked, Jim.
I'll never sleep. When am I going to do my spots? When am I going to F my whores?
Dude, that really is what it's about. The night before the big return of the show, I got stood up by some woman, and I paid for a prostitute.
You did?
Nothing has changed in 2 years.
And a year later, we're back live again. A year later, it's the same shit with him.
Oh, yeah. Nothing's changed.
So weird to hear us not ready to curse, by the way. A lot of F-gas.
Yeah.
Very strange.
I think we were under a lot of pressure. I think with all the eyes that were watching us, it was one of those things where I think it would have been easy for the press to go, oh, see, now it's really a potty mouth show. So I think we were trying to hold back. And being on traditional radio for so long, it was kind of awkward to know when you should use curse words.
We had no idea.
No. We didn't want to be fuck, cursing every 2 seconds. And
now it just kind of, you throw it in like you would regular conversation. But at first, it was kind of awkward.
Yeah, you're listening to the pioneers of satellite radio.
That's right.
And we look back a year, it was a little awkward for us.
Yeah.
We didn't know what the hell to do.
Mm-hmm.
We had to pave the way for everybody else that has joined since. And that will join.
Do we have the first curse thrown out?
Yeah, we do have the first curse, but first, the first inappropriate moment on the brand new satellite radio show.
There's been so many to follow.
And we had none of our. We didn't have an inappropriate bell at that point. We didn't really have sound clip machines. We didn't have the car crash or any of that shit.
I think
we had nothing.
I think all I had was one clip.
We had one clip to start. Now we have, I would have to say, close to 1,000.
Yeah.
Easily. As you find that, Anthony, let's play the audio from a year ago, the first week on XM, the first inappropriate moment.
I think 3 days ago, this was Frank's place.
Yeah. I remember when we came in, Frank's place, one of the channels that broadcasts out of XM. This was the studio. And there were a bunch of Sinatra albums all around, baby. One was called, I'll Punch You in the Mouth, Toots. I believe that was his album from 1965. And then there's Bangin' Whores. That was another album. And they were all up around the perimeter of the studio. And there was a big Frank's Place logo behind the board and everything. And we came in and went, oh, no.
No,
this isn't going to work.
No, that's not good.
Not quite the vibe of the O&A show. Although it might have worked. You bring in a few girls and... which, of course, we will do.
Swing on this.
And then tell them, yeah, swing, baby.
Swing.
Yeah, how about I punch you in the uterus, honey?
You forgot the best of Sinatra album, the one that said, Meet My Pals, the Drunk and the One-Eyed Yard Ape.
Oh, my God. Where's my bell? I don't have the bell anymore.
Back live here.
God.
Holy shit.
And Jimmy.
Yeah, but if you ring the inappropriate bell, things are okay.
A year later, I'll give it one bell.
But we didn't have the bell at the time.
Oh, man, that's beautiful.
This is kind of interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, it's a memory lane, isn't it? Here's the only clip I had.
Dylan! That was the only one? Oh, that's right.
Because we had used it so much.
Dylan! That was the only clip we had to start the new show here on XM Satellite Radio. This just shows you that we've come a long way.
Yeah.
Because you could hear the uncomfortableness and the awkwardness and
yeah, there was definitely a nervousness, excitement.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Feeling a little unsure about the whole new situation.
Except for Jimmy, he was just a creep.
Yeah.
The same creep that got kicked off the air a year before, 2 years before.
All right, as we look back, first week on XM Satellite Radio, the next clip we want to play for you guys, Meeting Master Po.
Oh, wow.
We were given this guy, this killer, this professional killer, to protect us.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I'm thinking, what kind of threats did XM get that they have to get this guy to protect us on a daily basis?
We never had security at NEW. We just never had it.
Now
There was not one and remember, sometimes there was the door would open up and someone would be like, "Hey, I love the show." Like fans would end up in the studio. No one would know how they got there. We'd have to yell for Steve. Steve was our security.
Yeah.
He's doing production. We need, hey, Steve, and he'd come running in and usher people out.
Remember a little while ago I said to Steve, that you've been pretending you're 6'4", and he goes, actually, I was pretending I was 6'2". Steve was our only form of security.
Yeah.
He was doing everything for us back then. And he still does a lot, obviously, but he had a lot of jobs back then. And he used to make us believe that he was 6'2". He's barely 5'10". He was wearing, shoes with, I don't know... Heels and platforms.
Yeah,
and
disguising the heels and platforms with the big flames.
Right,
and stuff.
right. So make him believe he was a lot taller and scarier than he really was.
He's pretty scary, though.
Of course he's still pretty scary.
Now you have a special ops.
Yeah, we got a guy that's...
Black ops. He was in the Vietnam jungle.
Yeah, we pretty much have a special ops guy now protecting us. And this is, as we look back, us meeting Master Po for the first time.
Mm.
Did you meet our assigned assassin there?
Yeah.
That's our secretary. XM doesn't mess around. This guy is an assigned... he's a killer, basically.
Yeah, we have a guy who's supposed to guard us, right?
Yeah, look, he doesn't smile or anything.
He's got a fine jawline, too.
You like that, Jimmy?
Oh, what a chin.
Yes, I'm here to protect you.
What are some of your...
I don't know, some of your expertise in protection.
He's an expert at knife fighting. I was reading his resume.
Knife fighting.
Most people like I did a year at Xerox and I went to SUNY Purchase, whatever. This guy's resume is I'm an expert at knife fighting. I'm an expert at stick fighting. I think, right?
Sticks and knives. Where the hell are we? What the hell? What sticks and knives?
Well, you never know who might show up.
That's true. Do you do the knife fight where you put the one end of your bandana in your mouth and the other guy puts it in his mouth and you go to stab each other at close range, that type?
No. We're not here to hurt anyone.
No?
We're here to protect you, make sure that no one comes in with a knife, and I'm here to take it away from them if they do.
Will you, if we just say, remove that person, you'll do it?
Sure. Why not?
Could you remove that guy right there?
Absolutely.
I just have a question. I'm not saying this would happen, but let's just say one of us wanted to throw you a few bucks to go into a hotel and do a little Brazilian jiu-jitsu together. Would that be a possibility?
Well, man-on-man action.
Yeah, just two men, maybe wearing some shorts, wrestling around, getting to know each other, laughing.
Having a little fun.
No, that's not my expertise.
And what's your name? I don't want to call you the assassin.
Everyone calls me Master Poe.
Master Poe?
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow, that sounds impressive right there.
That's
sounds like
really good.
He's
that's really good.
ass.
Yeah.
All right, we're back live.
Wow.
From a year ago.
That was indeed meeting Master Poe.
As we look back on our first year. Well, actually, not our first year. Looking back on pretty much the first show we did on XM Satellite Radio. Doing it a little differently.
Yeah.
Instead of playing our best bits of the year, we're like, let's play all the awkward moments from the first show of the first week, everybody.
When we really stunk.
So that was us meeting Master Poe.
Yeah, Ben in the background again.
Well, the thing about Poe too that was so funny was
wow, you are
Jim
good.
was scared of him.
He goes, the funny thing. Well, the thing about Poe that was funny.
Learning.
Word it that way. Good one, Ben.
If you remember, Jim was kind of mortified of him because he hadn't met him yet when he came in, and when he first said that Brazilian comment or whatever, before Poe started laughing, he looked like he was going to kill Jim.
Yeah, you got to kind of understand what Jim's all about.
Well, guys who can kill people have no sense of sarcasm. Even when you said something to him, he was like, "No, I'm here to take the knife away."
Right.
Yeah, I know.
No, Poe, we've talked to him about that before. He really, the concept of sarcasm, gone.
But you don't want him to have it.
Of course you don't.
Don't talk to him.
You don't want him to go, I thought you were joking when you said kill that guy. When some guy's ready to kill you. He's like an attack dog.
I thought you were kidding when you said, "Help me, please, Poe.
You don't
help me. He's raping me."
You're an attack dog and go like, "Yeah, attack." And the attack dog goes, I knew he was joking.
He rolls over on his belly and his pink lipstick pops out. And just rub it.
It's just how he knows you want that guy taken care of.
Yeah.
And that's Poe. Poe, hello. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are we doing today?
Very
What's
good.
up, Poe? How you doing?
All right. Congratulations.
Well, you too.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Of course. Everybody here.
Absolutely. We had a great year.
You can't really fire Poe.
Well, we were talking about that one day.
Not that you would. You could never. I mean,
how would anybody walk up to him and fire?
How do you go? Yeah, who would do that? Hey,
before you get the word fired out, the last thing you're seeing is your trachea in his hand, and you can't even finish the word.
You know who fires Poe? The CIA.
The CIA.
Yeah, you have to call up the CIA.
Two black dudes with sunglasses and suits.
And
they come here and they go in the back of his neck and just flick a switch.
Something they put back in there in like 1983.
Right. They have a little thing that comes up. They put sunglasses on and a light flashes in his eyes. He's a mailman.
That's it. A big Escalade pulls up and they take him away and they reassign him.
He does look like every karate, like Chuck Norris and a couple Asian karate, all mixed to one.
Yeah.
He looks like every fight guy all mixed into one.
Kick some ass.
Yeah, he will.
All right. Moving on, because we got lots to get to today. The first curse on the show.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Master Poe.
We're looking at our first show. He's got no shoes on, guys.
We're pretty much looking at our first show.
I think we should
back on our first show. Huh?
He's got no shoes on. I don't like that.
No shoes. You spin your... gets that spinning back kick quicker without the shoes. Take off someone's head with that sock.
I never understood that, though. If you're going to kick somebody in the face, why would you want to take your boot off?
Big Doc Martin on the end of that kick?
Your soft little silky Asian feet.
That's silky.
He's got soft from being in his gi. And
little bound Asian feet.
Oh, man.
Why don't you give him one of these oversized robes so he can get all tangled up as he's trying to drop kick?
Actually, he'd fit into it, Opie.
Paul, why are the socks? Why the stocking feet?
Yeah.
I'd rather not kick anyone with my shoes on.
Why?
Really?
Yeah, I'd hurt them.
Oh, is that it?
What's going to happen if you kick him with your shoes off?
You want to try?
No.
Are you out of your mind?
Exactly.
That's my point, though.
Rob, you want a demonstration?
Yeah,
I'll kick 2 inches away from your face. I won't hurt you, I promise. If I hit you, I will take you out to dinner.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is that what I get? Is that a fat joke, Poe?
No.
He'll have the milkshake.
What kind of shit is that?
Yeah,
you kick me in the face and you think a hamburger's going to make up for it?
You're going to have to eat your dinner through a straw.
Yeah. You know, I've learned to laugh. I've learned to laugh. You know, you guys have definitely made me laugh. So we'll laugh about it. I won't hit you. I promise.
Poe, I trust you.
In a second.
Listen to me. Stop staring at me. Blink. Blink. You know, that's the one thing. There's like keywords. Yeah. Something that happens. I remind him of somebody in Nam. And all of a sudden, he just snaps my neck.
I'll tell you what. Just put your hat up.
You got no.
I won't hurt you. I promise. Second.
You can't listen to me.
Stick your hat out
Poe,
like this. How's that?
Poe, I'm a fat, chubby ass. I believe everything you say. I don't question anything about you. I'll actually rub your feet if you want. Just leave me alone. I'm kidding.
Is there blood on the bottom of your sock?
Yeah, what did you step on?
No.
It isn't?
No.
Looked like blood. Wow.
Like
He was fighting crime last night.
I know. He's a superhero at night when we're not here.
He jumps building to building with his grappling hook.
Master Poe. All right, buddy.
All right,
guys. Thank you very much.
We got to move on. We're trying to move
goes.
through some of this stuff. Looking back at our first week, our first show on XM, satellite radio. Here's the first time any of us cursed. You know, obviously satellite radio, you can let the fucks fly, man.
Yes, you can.
And we were very uncomfortable with that at first, got to be honest with you.
A little odd. New waters for us.
So it was very exciting when it finally happened, and here it is a year ago.
Yeah, they're building a whole security section in this place. Now, this studio itself is pretty good size, but the area that the studio's in, pretty small.
Yeah.
There's not much room. So they had to build like different walls and stuff for this little vestibule, I guess, where people are going to be coming in and screened. It's almost like a decontamination chamber, and that's where they're going to sort out the good from the bad, I guess.
Well, we got to get Ben in here. Ben is now producing the Opie and Anthony Show. We'll be introducing everybody slowly but surely. But Ben was here when the security company came in, and I guess they're from Belfast.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, tell us about the security company and what they said to you.
It's like, we're not going to fuck around here. I'm from Belfast. We're going to nail in the fucking chairs into the, just like that. I mean, everything's going to be bolted in, the Kevlar.
So Bono was here? Is that what you're saying?
No, this guy, I forget what his name. What was the security guy's name?
Let it be known that Ben was the first person to curse on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Trying to keep it all nice and clean and tidy. And
I'm so glad you were just at the meeting where we said, hey, let's keep the cursing to a minimum, man.
I was imitating the guy that came in. That's how he talked.
And here we are back live. There.
Ben, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that bit of trivia.
That's some good trivia.
O&A trivia. We're going to put the fucking walls up and fucking nail the fucking chairs to the...
I forgot all about those guys.
Yeah.
From Belfast, yeah. Mm-hmm. They were experts on securing locations.
Yeah.
And there's Kevlar? I forgot about that, too.
Yeah, that whole booth that Poe sits in is bulletproof.
Bulletproof?
From the glass to the walls, you could shoot through the wall. It won't go. There's Kevlar in there. Master Poe is the safest person in here. We could all be wiped out, and he could sit there and make faces at our assassins.
You guys want to hear more?
Of course.
The first sound clip played on the show.
Ah.
We love our sound clips,
You folks fell on your face. You get an F- in my book.
My book.
I'm about to strangle you out of your own consciousness.
Stop whining.
Mama! Here's some of the latest ones we've added. We're constantly adding new sound clips that we could throw into the show, right? Well, here's the first sound clip played on the show. Looking back a year ago today.
So this is the Opie and Anthony Show, and we're starting from scratch. We know that. We have nothing.
Remember all the good stuff, all the fun stuff we had? Here's let me see if this even works.
I don't even know if I could make this happen on this board.
Let me see if this even works.
All right.
Dylan!
Okay.
Dylan!
That's all I have, Opie.
That was the only sound effect you took from the old place?
That's pretty much the only one that made it.
Dylan!
So we're building from...
Dylan!
From that one, from Arnold saying Dylan.
So that's our first soundbite?
Yeah.
We used to have thousands of them, and now we have one.
One for every occasion. And now what? You know, someone walks in, hey,
Dylan!
Great. Doesn't really fit the mood, did it?
I already hate it.
Of course you do. It's the only one we have.
All right, there you go. We're back live again.
Yeah. Well, they got it up to speed pretty quickly, though.
All right, we'll play one more before our first break today. Ben trashing by Jim. The first time that Jim went after Ben.
Ooh.
The first time Jim went after Ben as we look back to the first show we did on XM.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, Jimmy.
How is it only 6:22 and Ben is already sweating like he just drunk drove into a wedding party?
It's hot as hell in here.
Almighty.
It's hot. And there's like 20 people in here.
Yeah, why is everyone staring at us?
Your hair is all matted.
Is this a special day or something?
Oh, this is so creepy.
Yeah, I think so.
And we're back live again.
Oh, there were many more of those to come.
Yeah, sure. Let's say hi to DeeDee Snider. Dee!
Hey, guys, I didn't know you were on the air.
No shit.
DeeDee Snider.
How did they get you to call for our very special day?
Well, somebody told me. Somebody told me. I said, they're on the air? No. A friend of mine who's a real big fan and listens on XM all the time to you guys.
Nice.
It's the 1-year anniversary.
Yeah, we made it a year. They didn't think it was possible, so.
Who didn't think?
A lot of people.
Yeah.
They're like, they're going to fuck this thing up, too, but we'll give them a shot, I guess.
You know how bad we have to be to get thrown off of satellite radio?
Yeah, I mean, really. I mean, how can you fuck that up?
I don't know. We're still thinking about how we can really screw this up. You know, when we finally want to give up the whole business, we got to go out in the James Dean blaze of glory. So we're still working on that.
Go. You know what? I'm gonna go to the Norwegian death metal scene handbook. Burn down a church. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but the church thing's kind of been done. I'm thinking something has to die.
Well, that's chapter 2 in the Norwegian death metal handbook.
Last time we saw you, we were at the John McEnroe show.
That's right. That's actually the chapter title. Something has to die. John McEnroe, you guys were just starting up on XM. That was just about a year ago.
Yeah, we were doing the big publicity tour, and you were doing the John McEnroe show as well that day.
Hey, I was promoting Van Helsing's Curse, which is what I'm doing right now as well. We're doing some live shows again with my Halloween rock orchestra. So can I plug that?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay, I'm going to be in Philadelphia. Let's see, Detroit on the 27th, Philly on the 28th. We're on Long Island on the 29th, and we're in Asbury Park on the 30th. And it's VanHelsingsCurse.com. Pretty cool stuff for Halloween. Check it out.
Are you playing during the rest of the year also?
You know, Twist has been doing shows occasionally. We're doing our most extended tour. The first 2 weeks of November, we're going over to do, we're special guesting with Alice Cooper in the UK for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Hey, and are you doing radio still?
Right now, I'm doing a national show. Got the House of Hair, 200 stations in North America now.
The House of Hair. I like
House of Hair, baby. 8 years. Who would have thought, right?
Wow. Shit.
And but now I've been getting some offers to go back to mornings, but it's not the right ones yet.
Maybe filling somebody else's void. Robin.
You know what? Quite right now, man, I think anybody who, because the first batter's up in that position.
Yeah, that's a rough spot.
Yeah, it's kind of like replacing you guys in Afternoon Drive, at NEW back, when you guys were there. You can't step into shoes like yours, or H's for that matter, and it's just people who love you guys are going to hate whoever replaces you.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough ride for anybody stepping into Howie's
I'm just going to wait till David Lee Roth crashes and burns.
You got to let the first guy fail, and then you're going to look really good.
Yeah, but Dee, you got to wait for him to fail, and then you got to wait for Sammy Hagar to fail, and then Gary Sharon.
Still comes back, Gary Sharon. I think David Lee. I think he's a sharp guy. He can be funny, but I think he's in for a rude awakening because Xavier Duval. That's not morning radio.
No, that's shut the fuck up. I'm still sleeping.
A lot of these celebrities don't have a take to do a radio show. They don't realize how hard you actually have to work to do this crap.
Hey, you can count me in there as well, because I started doing mornings. I remember my first day on the air, called my brother Mark up. I think you guys know my brother Mark. He's been in business for a long time. And I called him up. He said, how'd it go? I said, what? Good. I said, but what am I going to talk about tomorrow? I talked about everything I know today, you know. Day one, you know, I remember just sitting there sweating day two, going, what the hell do I do now? You know, so there's a learning curve there, and I think a lot of people think they're going to just walk in and do morning
That's
radio.
really funny. We've had
That's so
people help
true.
us out with our show over the years, and they'll admit off mic, I just started making up shit because I had nothing else left to talk about.
I remember I started reading articles out of magazines.
That never works.
Until I got an email. I said, great, Dee, maybe tomorrow you can read us the TV Guide.
We had guys coming out of the closet. Dude, I didn't know you were gay. I'm not gay, but I need something interesting.
Had to throw something out there, for God's sake. It's so true. You go through, especially the 2 years that we were off, you come on, you do the show, and then you realize as the weeks go on, you got to talk about something every day, and you wake up, and there have been days I've come in and gone, oh, my God, nothing happened to me between the time I left the show yesterday and now that I'm here this morning. I have nothing new to talk about. And then shit just comes up. Shit just comes up and pops in your head for some reason, and you start yapping about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, now the listeners understand how zany antics come about.
Zany antics.
Somebody's got to pull their dick out and piss on the tracks because I have something to talk about tomorrow.
Because I'm out of shit, yeah, because nothing happened at the deli.
All right,
and when you're getting up at 3, 4 in the morning, how much funny shit happens to you in the afternoon?
Exactly, nothing. I'm sleeping.
Well, Dee, thanks for calling us. We greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely, Dee.
Hey, congratulations, guys. Onward and upward.
Thanks, bro.
It's Dee Snider. Everyone. Thank you, Dee. That's very cool. I didn't know that was happening today.
I like Dee. Good guy.
Breaking-
Did you see the thread that was in on the message board? It said, name the hot chicks from bands of the 80s. And the first post was a picture of Dee Snider.
All the big celebrities for us today, huh? Ben?
That's right.
Unbelievable. I can't wait for who's going to call next. Who's going to call next?
Who is it?
DeeDee.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Where the hell have you been?
I've been busy.
We've been trying to get you on the show for a while.
I know. I call in, and then the producers come to me. Oh, they're running late.
Is this alphabetical and we know nobody with the A or B? Is that how this whole day is going to work?
We're going to work our way through the D's and see
guy
what
that
happens.
played Zed in Pulp Fiction will be the last call of the day.
We openly admit on the Opie and Anthony program that we hate holes on the radio.
Hey,
yes. But, no, that's what I'm saying. But we love DeeDee for some reason, so.
Yes.
You slip through.
You don't come off like a hole.
No.
I love you guys, too.
I think you secretly...
Jesus.
I think you secretly have a cock.
No.
What?
DeeDee, what are you doing these days?
What kind of fantasies you got, Opie?
I hear all kinds of rumor and speculation about what DeeDee's doing. She's moving on to her own show. She's doing the news. I don't know what you're doing. What are you up to?
I'm still doing my traffic and weather, and I'm working on a little side project.
A side project?
Yeah.
You're going to do that porno movie?
No, I'm not doing a porn movie.
Oh, she used to bang the UPS guy when he came to her
Oh, is
house.
this the girl?
Yeah. With the UPS Steve.
She's got some of the best stories ever. She woke up in L.A. and married some drug king.
Some British guy.
Some British guy.
A British drug king?
She was a drunk that would black out. She would drink, completely black out, wake up in gas station bathrooms.
Like Phoenix and My Private Idaho, just pass out somewhere?
Just pass out, wake up, have no clue where she was.
Well, DeeDee, you woke up in a gas station...
In New Orleans.
In New Orleans, of all places. And you started where?
You mean when I woke up?
No.
I was working in Philly, and all of a sudden, the next thing I know, I'm in New Orleans, sitting on a toilet in a gas station. Where the hell am I?
Robert Kelly, can you believe that? She's
He
in
was
Philly.
sitting on a toilet
She's
in a gas
Philly
station.
partying, whatever. The next thing she knows, she's waking up going, where am I? And it's a gas station in New Orleans.
Obviously, I had to use the bathroom.
What a fun life you lead.
Is that amazing?
That is fun.
Fucking weird.
And then she
but
blacked out another time, made it to L.A., and married some British...
In Vegas.
In Vegas,
in Vegas,
I
and then
woke
moved
up
out to
married
L.A.
to a British guy.
This should be a new reality show. You just get her loaded, and the cameras just follow her.
Oh, great.
But they don't show what happens in between. They just show her the next day in a bathroom in Idaho.
And she's got to figure out what happened to her.
And then she's got to figure out, and they kind of show little pieces
based
of her.
on her wounds and any fluids that might be leaking from her various parts of her.
Yeah,
I like that movie when it was called Memento, by the way.
Yeah.
Never saw it, you fucking jackass.
Never saw Memento?
Sorry.
Great
You
movie.
never saw Memento?
Nah, I didn't want to
Great
see
movie.
that.
It was a great movie.
DeeDee was married to the guy was a counterfeiter.
Right.
Yes, he
That's
turned
what it
out
was.
to be a counterfeiter.
Turned out to be
that's
a
right.
counterfeiter from.
And they took the money to the bank not knowing it was counterfeit money.
Yeah.
And then they was dealing with
like
the Secret
$10,000 of
It'd be funny if none of this was true.
fake money.
Oh, but it is.
Oh, but it is, yes. She's a dirty girl.
She's
She likes
She's
getting
a
spanked.
very dirty girl.
DeeDee, you like getting spanked?
You already told them that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Robert Kelly knows all about you. She loves being spanked hard.
Really?
And
she
and
she
I read
enjoys
the news
spanking
and I
too.
got spanked.
You like to get
By Jim.
you like to spank too, DeeDee?
Sometimes I'll role play.
Like be like a different person?
No, yeah, I'll put scares and I'll be the dominant one sometimes. Sure.
Like if I was like your son's friend, and he left, and I was a little sick, you'd come in and take care of me in a robe.
Depends on how old the son is. If he's
sick,
of legal
like-
age, sure.
What kind of sick fantasy is that? You're already putting her at the age where she's got like a kid that you're hanging out with of fucking age.
But I'm the kid's age. I'm my age now.
No, that's what
I'm
talking about.
I'm not 34 hanging out
Like
with a
what-
14-year-old.
But what age? You'd have to be of fucking age.
Yeah.
To be in your teens.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you're
yeah.
giving her a teenage kid.
Yeah.
18 is
No,
not
like 14 or so.
So you want to be 14?
I'm 14 and she's like 31.
And then what does she do after that?
What does she do? She'd come in and she'd have like tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich.
Grilled cheese with the crust cut off.
Right, with the crust cut off. And then I'd cough a little
Yeah.
bit. And she'd come in and she'd put a little cold face cloth on my chest.
Rub some Vicks on your neck.
She'd have some well, no, because she might want to lick my neck in the fantasy. But a little cold compress, and then that, and then I'd kind of be like a little hot on my armpit. She'd put it under there.
Yeah.
And she'd slowly move the cold towel down to my inner thighs because I was there for 2 days and I didn't shower because I was sick. So then she was like, I'm gonna clean you up.
A little sponge bath type.
A little
thing.
sponge bath. I'm gonna clean you up. No, don't get freaked out. I'm just gonna clean you. You need to take a shower because you might get bed sores.
Bed sores for an afternoon of grilled cheese and.
And then she
sores.
slowly works her way down, but I don't have that many pubes. And
Right.
Kind of she goes, oh, she kind of makes like, ooh.
Oh,
what's going on here?
Wow. Yeah. And I get embarrassed. I kind of cover up like a little
Right.
Asian girl laughing. I cover up. And she's like,
Yeah.
no,
it's okay.
Right, yeah, it's okay. And
I'll
I'm like, Jesus. And then she kind of slowly pushes my hand, and I fight her a little bit. And then and then she looks me in the eyes, and she slowly pushes my hand away.
Sure.
And my thing starts to rise, and I go, I'm afraid. This is bad when this happens. And she goes, no, it isn't. And then she slowly looks down. She goes, it's pretty. That's what she says. It's pretty.
Put the fucking lotion in the basket.
Sick piece of shit.
Really?
When do the cops come? Please. Someone call the police on this story.
And then her son comes in.
Oh, great.
If people are wondering if this happened in the foster home. Sounds like he's done this before.
Have you, Robert?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Great. And how much did that cost you?
That one was free, actually.
That one was free.
That is really sick.
You had a coupon?
Yeah, I had a chick who liked to be Mrs.
Your card was punched 10 times, so you got a free one.
There was never a mommy. Never a mommy that I was like, oh, my God, is she hot or anything.
Kidding me.
Never. Because they're mommies. They're
right.
people's mommies.
That's right.
Wow, man, you're out of your mind.
DeeDee, what's the big news story today?
Oh, you know what? Actually, I didn't have time to do that. I just wanted to say happy anniversary. I'll do the news a different day, though, I promise.
Well, you got traffic?
Yeah.
Where?
Chicago, Minnie, and Pittsburgh.
Minnie.
She
just calls it Minnie.
And the traffic for Minnie. Stop.
Is
she snort?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snort.
Snort.
When she laughs, she snorts. We all imitate her. It's great. All right, DeeDee, we're going to have you on the show soon. We haven't talked to you in a while.
I have the company.
Wow. Shut up.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Wow, that was like yelling.
Yeah, you could come to New York for a couple days and do the news and stuff.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Jimmy's coming back a week from today.
Put you up in a hotel, get a few drinks in you, release you in Manhattan.
No drink. I haven't had a drink in 11 years.
Yeah, well, you'll be in New York City. It'll be time for a drink. We let you go in Times Square and see where you end up.
Yeah, that's good enough.
I've been free of drugs and alcohol. No, you have a drink when you come to New York.
You drink.
You drink. You in New York. You wind up in North Dakota.
It's kind of like being on a diet. You've done your job. It's time to eat a piece of apple pie.
I don't think so.
I mean, 11 years sober, you're cured. You can have a drink now.
You don't have enough self-control to just have one. You don't have enough self-control and confidence in yourself to just have one drink.
Dude, you don't understand. It's not how much I have. It causes blackout.
A sip of wine, DeeDee.
And I believe in you. We think you can handle one drink.
One sip. We'll watch you the whole time.
And if we're wrong, we're wrong.
Yeah, we're going to the Olive Garden. You're having some red wine with the all-you-can-eat salad.
You explain that to my sponsor.
Sponsor?
Yeah, I'm a 12-step program.
You're a friend of Bill W.?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Are you a friend of Bill W.'s?
If you want me to be.
Oh my God.
If you be my friend's mom, I'll be.
Invite Bill along. He'll have a drink too.
That's right.
Okay.
All right, DeeDee.
All right, have a good one. Bye.
Thanks for calling. We appreciate it.
Okay, happy anniversary. Woohoo. Fucking A.
We're trying not to call it an anniversary. It's 1 year on XM Satellite Radio. We're celebrating today.
They removed her from XM Kids after she was on our show.
Yes.
She used to do a character on XM Kids called Cricket, and it was just her talking voice. She didn't have to put on a voice.
She had the
She's
perfect...
got the little voice like this, and it'll be, hi, kids, it's Cricket.
And then she's on our show going,
Yeah, and he fucked me in the ass. And
so they were like, Ixnay on the Icket Cray, you gotta go.
So mom was searching for Cricket on XM. Oh,
Yeah.
I want Cricket. Then she finds.
here's Cricket, honey.
Yeah.
Let's listen. And the UPS guy came in, and I blew him, and he shot a load on my face, and he scanned it with the scanner.
This isn't Cricket. It sounds like Cricket, but last time Cricket was playing in the house.
It's good to know we're still destroying lives and careers. She had a great gig.
XM Kids, how easy could that be?
How didn't she put it together?
Now get your crayons, kids. We're going to draw some pictures.
And that's, that's her gig.
Right.
And then now she has to do traffic in Mini.
And then she's like, spank me harder with spanking her.
Ow! It hurts my butt.
No, she used to say, it stings.
That stings. You're stinging my butt. That stings. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and it was like, all right, your XM Kids gig, yeah, that's over.
That's the first career we fucked up since coming to satellite radio. Definitely. And we fucked up a few careers since being here. People have been
it's like Pee Wee jerking off. It's the same thing.
People have been reassigned all over the place because of us.
How do you go from being Cricket to going on with you guys?
Have you checked out XM Kids? It's all about the fun
songs.
Little songs and
how many kids are missing Cricket right now?
Yeah.
I want Cricket.
Mommy, where's Cricket?
Cricket got fucked in the ass, Bobby. Blame the UPS guy.
How great is that, man?
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous.
It was a sad day for her when she had to explain, I can either do your show or Cricket.
I can't do Cricket.
And then they decided that she couldn't do Cricket anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Ed, that's funny. All right. We're looking back at our first show on XM a year ago today.
Mm-hmm.
We have another clip to play.
Oh, shit.
What happened?
It's the 1 year anniversary poster of us.
Happy 1 year anniversary, Opie and Anthony, from all of us at XM, and it's our publicity photo that we've signed a lot of. It's the new publicity shot where Ed and I standing, and little Jimmy Norton's head is just on a counter in front of us.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ant.
They've replaced it with Bob Kelly's head. They've stuck that up. What did you make that? Why didn't you round his head off? Yeah, but you could have rounded it off to look a little more normal. He's got a point on his head.
It looks like that's where the very small, clown hat goes.
Yeah. Like, it obviously, it was at the top of the frame.
Leave it. I like it how it is now.
Jesus. And there he is.
There you go. God. Very nice. Jimmy Ho is what
Jimmy Ho. You gotta get shirts. You gotta get shirts for anybody who does the replacement. Jimmy Ho.
That's a great idea. Jimmy Ho.
Jesus.
Are you guys making the Bill Burr face too? All right. Whoever replaces Jimmy, we just we Yeah, we'll rotate the heads. You got to take a picture of the original and the new one and throw it up on the website so other people can enjoy with us. All right, another clip from our first show on XM Satellite Radio. Ben is already laughing, and we meet for the first time Steve the Bear, Martini Steve, Hybrid Steve. Why is Ben laughing already? We haven't said anything funny. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning.
I think we made the wrong choice making Ben in charge.
Really?
Yeah. We have
Too
a
late
bunch
now, though.
We have a bunch of degenerates now working for us. We were supposed to upgrade our staff. We had 2 years to try to upgrade and fill in the dead spots, and I really believe we effed up bad. We got a bunch of alcoholics working behind the scenes now.
Well, if the little publicity tour we've been taking over the past month or 2 months or whatever it's been, if that's any indication, we're in serious trouble.
Yeah.
Serious trouble. Because I have never seen so many drunks in my life. I gotta say, Steve. Steve C. He,
Wait a minute. You could just talk from in there?
Oh, yeah, now I can.
Oh, there he goes.
There we go.
Wait, now we can't hear him. What?
No? You
I heard
hear
him.
this?
I can't hear him in my headphones.
He reminds me of somebody.
How about now?
Steve, get in here. You're not landing a plane. My God.
He's behind the glass.
He's already too comfortable. He just needs a martini. Do we have the Martini Steve music yet?
Dylan!
That's all we got?
Pretty much it. Oh, that's all we're working with.
People
right
going to pay for this crap?
Dylan!
We need a few more sound bites before people go,
now.
you know what? I'd pay for the Opie Anthony Show.
I know.
What's up, Steve? Have you slept in the last 3 days?
A little bit. I went to bed around midnight last night, woke up at 3.
Right. Well, here's the second member of the Opie and Anthony Show. So Ben is producing the Opie and Anthony Show.
Old change purse stomach.
Yeah. And Steve, who was running FoundryMusic.com, continues to run that. The unofficial Opie and Anthony website is now officially a member of the Opie and Anthony Show. But Steve has taken it to the limit on the road.
Yeah. A few times. Just once or twice.
Every city we were at.
First of all, to get cut off in Boston.
He got cut off?
Yeah.
When was this?
You have to be so drunk. You were cut off in Boston.
Oh, at the bowling alley.
No.
Well, no. At the bowling alley, you threw a bowling ball off the wall.
Into the wall and got yelled at.
Oh, that I remember, yeah.
And we all decided to go bowling.
Well, that's just because I'm a crappy bowler. That has nothing to do with being drunk. That's just I didn't know how to let go of the ball.
You hit the wall. How bad of a bowler are you?
You hit the wall. And it's a nice bowling alley. It's not one of these
No,
piece
it was
of
very
crap
nice. I didn't
places.
want. That was actually. I was aware of that. I just didn't. I couldn't let go of the ball in time, and it sort of bounced.
Ben will back us up on this, even though he had a lot to drink that night too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, another one.
He's not exactly a monk, so.
Wouldn't be as bad if you didn't have your pants pulled up to mid-waist with your shirt tucked in like some kind of a William Frawley creep.
Who are you looking at?
William Frawley.
It's just awful the way you just tuck your shirt in so nice and neatly. You have to stop it. Let it hang out. Live a little.
And we're back live. It's just so weird to hear the audio from the first show.
Yeah.
It just sounds a lot different.
Was Steve with you at the first show?
Steve was...
On
the amazing thing with Steve worked for us when we were on commercial radio for like 2 or 3 years, but he didn't officially work for us.
No.
So he was able to keep his job through all that mess.
When we got fired, he still worked there.
See, like Ben got fired with us because he was one of the producers of our show. Steve was basically doing more for our show than anything else.
Yep.
But he kept his job because he wasn't an official member of the show, which was the strangest thing to me.
He was production guy.
Which was a curse in its own right, because he had to stick around and watch the old station go through all these format changes.
At least he was getting a paycheck.
Yeah, he was getting a paycheck and stuff, but he was miserable.
Tommy from Pennsylvania. Does Bob write for Penthouse Forum? That was the worst train wreck of a story. I never thought a sex fantasy would make me physically ill. Bravo, asshole, you did it. I don't think you liked your story with the mommy and the little sponge bath.
And I got instant feedback here that just simply says, bring back Bill Burr.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's coming. Don't worry, stupid.
All right, we got one more clip to play for now, and we'll play more as the show goes on here, right, Amp?
Uh-huh.
Our first show on XM a year ago today, we meet E-Rock. So Steve is an official member of the Opie and Anthony Show now.
Yeah.
And then we brought a new guy aboard, Sex Bagel. He's in the other room.
Where is Vanilla Ice Hair? Can he come in for a couple seconds?
Yeah, he was so excited that we hired him for the show that he went out and dyed his hair.
Now, I was a little confused. I still am a little bit.
Oh, what?
About Eric. Because he's like 15 years old, but he's been in radio with like Marconi. He's worked with all of them. He's worked with 80 people in radio. Everyone that's in radio, he's worked with at some point. Yet he's only 15,
and he never shuts up.
Thanks. I do second that. He likes to talk, but that's okay. And yeah, Eric Sexbagel is aboard the Opie and Anthony Show as well.
Yeah, he will be doing what? Taking your phone calls and whatnot?
And various other things that no one else wants to do.
He has Stinky's old job.
Yes, he does.
That's what it was, taking the calls.
Very appreciative to have it.
And there you go. Wow, that was an exciting clip, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Obviously, Eric put all these clips together for us and
yes.
had to get himself involved.
Oh, had to.
I got another story if you want me to tell you another sex story.
That was beyond exciting.
That's great. I'm glad we ditched the sex bagel thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to call any guy
sex bagel.
Anything with sex in it. You just don't want to. No way. Hawk. There it is. Or E-Rock.
All right, we're going to take our first break.
What is this guy's problem with me? That I lied?
About what?
Joe Shareholder from Arkansas. Here's your proof. He gives me a website to XM's, I guess, their announcement of third quarter subscriptions and stuff. And it's like, there you go, proof that Anthony lied. Added more than 617,000 new subscribers during the third quarter of 2005 for a total of more than 5.03 million subscribers. 5.03 in quarter 3? Like, the guy makes no sense. I would like to know when Anthony's going to apologize to the listeners and shareholders. What?
We made it perfectly clear that they added over 600,000 subscribers in the third quarter. He's trying to say that we said that they added 5 million subscribers in the third quarter?
You know what?
Are you insane?
I would love to say I know what this guy means. This Joe Shareholder from Arkansas, who's at Westfall2727 at yahoo.com. Westfall2727 at yahoo.com. He doesn't even make sense. I can't read your email and make any sense of it. What are you accusing me of lying? For providing shareholders with materially false information, Sir. Read the PR on XM's website. 5.03 by the end of quarter. Oh, he is? Hey, ass cunt head. What the fuck point are you trying to make?
Joe.
Yes.
What are you
trying
to say?
Well, Anthony, you said that XM had 5 million subscribers by Labor Day. That's the number that you gave out when you guys were mocking Howard Stern and saying that he was inflating Sirius' subscriber count, which he was. And then you guys said that XM would have 5 million by Labor Day, and they did not.
We said they would make like 5 million subscribers around Labor Day. Yes.
Yes.
It happened a little after Labor Day. That's a fact. Yes. So where's the problem?
5 million by Labor Day, and then 5 million like maybe 2 weeks after Labor Day.
I think even less than that.
Yeah, maybe even less. Dude, you're nitpicking a bit, aren't you, sir?
I am slightly nitpicking, but I think it's ironic.
We're not the executives of the company where we
Yeah, I don't get these numbers on my desk every day. And you think it's ironic because of what?
Because you guys mock Howard Stern.
All right, Howard Stern said they had over 3 million already. Listen to me, sir. It's a little more of an exaggeration than saying we'll have 5 million one day and then 2 weeks later we have 5 million. It's a little more of an exaggeration to say you have 3 million, over 3 million, when you only have 1.5 million, sir.
The issue is not the fact that it's to a certain degree. It's the fact that it happened at all.
Oh, you are a fucking idiot, and I refuse to say another word to you.
Joe,
shut up.
Shut up. Joe, you're a Howard fan. Admit it. That's
Shut
fine.
up.
But your hero lied through his teeth.
Isn't it a little different, sir? The fact that 5 million, hitting the 5 million mark 2 weeks after you announce that you're supposed to have hit that mark is a little different than saying you have over 3 million when you have 1.5 million and you're not at 3 million?
I think it was actually 4 weeks, Mr. Kumia.
Shut up.
It wasn't 4 weeks,
Shut up,
you asshole.
With the Mr. Kumia.
Look, I'm a big fan of your guys' show.
And your name, what a coincidence, is Joe Shareholder? Wow.
Yeah, isn't that clever?
Don't rain on our parade today, Joe.
Westfall2727 at yahoo.com. Enjoy the emails, fucko.
Thanks for giving out my email address. I appreciate that.
So
no
long,
problem.
Fucko.
Have fun with it. The Army won't email you. I'm sure they won't tie up your email box.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of you got?
We don't have many pests. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you won't be
Fucko.
subscribed to many things for Viagra, mortgages, and pornography.
Gay porn, Joe. Gay porn.
Don't send him any huge pictures of huge man cock.
And if you're going to send Joe gay porn, make sure it's not in a paper bag so his neighbors can see it too.
Anthony, the only problem I've had with you, and I love your comments.
How is that a problem, sir?
Yeah, Joe.
You're really nitpicking.
Joe, you're stretching because
it is such a stretch.
I would like to go back to the tape, but I believe we said that it's looking like XM's going to have 5 million subscribers by Labor Day.
Anthony.
All right, we didn't state it as a fact like Howard Stern did when he said, "Hey, already Sirius has over 3 million subscribers because of me."
Their target, and to tell you the truth, we didn't announce they had 5 million until we got the press release. We're not allowed to.
That's right. And Howard was all over the place thinking no one's going to call him out on it. And once again, we called him out on it.
Look,
we walk over that little faggot all the time, and he says nothing back because he knows he can't play this game anymore. The guy lied through his teeth to the shareholders of Sirius. He lied to his listeners, saying he was this great that they already added 3 million subscribers because of him, or the total was over 3 million subscribers. And the fact was it was 1.5, 1.6.
And he's had a failed marriage.
So did you, Anthony.
Oh, fuck that. You're nitpicking again.
Look, I'm not
Who hasn't been fucked over by a girl
and
anyway?
lied to a lesser degree.
No, we didn't lie.
No, there was. You know something? I would admit if we had lied at all on that. There was no lie.
Well, you did.
There's no
say that
padding.
XM would have 5 million by Labor Day.
We said what?
You said that XM would have 5 million by Labor Day. That's what you said, Mr. Cumia.
We said their target was 5 million by Labor Day. Yes,
No,
exactly.
you didn't say target. I remember very.
He's calling you Mr. Cumia.
Mr. Cumia,
He really
I know.
is a passive-aggressive
I know.
douchebag.
Isn't he? Jimmy, Jimmy, if Jimmy were here, no offense.
No, I
But
understand.
if Jimmy were here, put it this way, I wouldn't have gotten a word in edgewise.
That's right. All right,
he
Joe.
would have unloaded on you.
You lie to me. You did,
Joe,
Mr. Cumia.
Joe, you do know that.
You know what? I want to spit in your fucking face. I want to bite your fucking cheek. Get AIDS. I hope your motherfucking drops dead. Go fuck yourself.
Joe, you know XM's the better company,
My
right?
tribute to Jimmy Norton.
Joe, you know XM's the better company, right?
Yes, absolutely.
By far, right?
Absolutely.
And you also know when Howard Stern goes to the little doggy company in January that we'll have a much bigger audience, right?
Yes, Howard.
And
Stern
he'll have a
ruined
tough
that
time
company.
ever catching up to us, right?
Completely agree.
Now,
Thank you,
Joe
sir.
shareholder,
Thank you, sir.
hang up the phone and go back to your name, Joe Cocksucker.
That's very funny.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Joe.
Please keep it honest with listeners.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Have a
Mr.
good day,
Shareholder.
We look forward to your gift.
Now, Fast
We're
Freddy.
accepting all gifts today.
Now, Fast Freddy's pissed. He goes, we're liars. We said we were going to break 20 minutes ago, and we didn't go. We're fucking liars. Apologize immediately.
Did he call you Mr. Cumia?
Mr. Cumia.
That was really making me laugh.
Passive-aggressive
He was just
douche.
a dick. You were really angry. You get me like my
course I
second
was.
stepfather when we were driving somewhere.
All pissed
You
off.
started-
Second stepfathers. Listen to this mess.
How many stepfathers did you have?
I had 3.
Jesus,
A couple foster
that's
dads.
wonderful. All right, listen, we're going to take a look back at our first show all day long today because we're celebrating a year at XM Satellite Radio. The pioneers of satellite radio. That's right.
Ooh, that's right.
That's right.
With-
We did it first, fucko.
With 6 billion listeners, by the way.
How
6
many?
billion listeners.
6 billion?
We're on all over China.
We're going to have 6 billion
Wow.
listeners by January 1st.
So this show is actually translated in Russia and China?
XM China.
Really?
Take that to the bank, shareholders.
They're quoting numbers in metric. Douchebag.
Fucking Joe.
Joe shareholder.
Joe blows. All right, listen. We're gonna do something here. We're gonna go to before we go to an official break. I'm gonna play this Laszlo thing, another Laszlo creation, the
Thing.
movie trailer thing.
It's a thing on a thing.
So we can get some production involved in the show today. All right.
Right.
On the way, Patrice coming back in studio, I believe.
Bravo.
Robert Romanus. Only the big stars for today's
Dude,
1 year.
Stop it. That is
anniversary.
a giant star, Robert Romanus. He's calling in at 10 o'clock. That guy is giant.
Who is it?
We don't want to tell you, Robert. We don't need to.
Why are you
I wish he was coming in.
We don't have to tease shit anymore. If you want to find out who Robert Romanus is, you'll just continue listening.
I wish he was coming in studio. That's how big a guy.
Commercial radio, you have to tease it because there's a whole bunch of commercials.
Right. How many pictures? Hawk, how many pictures do I take with people that come in here? We've actually yelled at Hawk because Hawk goes, when the guests go to leave, he goes, "Hey, Ant, you want to take a picture with him?" And I have to sit here and go, "Oh, no," because I don't care about these people. How many pictures do I actually take? I probably have taken 4 during the entire time we've been here. Yesterday, had to get one with Peter Brady, Christopher Knight. You know, grew up watching the Brady Bunch.
How's the baseball wound?
A little bruised, but I'm okay. But he signed a baseball for me, and I would probably display it in my home.
All right.
If Robert Romanus was coming in here, I would absolutely have a picture taken with him. That's what a huge star this guy is to me.
All right.
Robert Romanus, my God.
Robert Romanus.
Romanus.
Right.
Romantis. Like
We'll get a phoner. But he could work on the phone. He could work on the phone.
Roman ass.
Roman ass.
It's, Roman us, basically. That's right. He's coming in, he's calling in at 10. Phil Gordon will be in studio at 9:30.
Phil Gordon, poker player extraordinaire who kicked my ass at the tournament out in Los Angeles. Hoagie from Whackbag, can we take a look back at when Bill Burr was on third mic? These bastards.
They really do. They love Bill Burr.
And Michael Rapaport calling in at 10:30. Nothing but the big stars for today's very important Opie and Anthony show.
Romanus.
Listen to this, and then we go to break.
In 2002, darkness covered the land.
The Catholic League is praising Infinity Broadcasting for canceling the Opie and Anthony show.
And evil reigned supreme.
Robin?
Until one day, they returned, and all hell broke loose.
Bullshit! Can you hear me? I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio. Shut up. One Wednesday, I picked up a guy in a dress, and he sucked my dick.
You just sit back and watch what happens next.
Opie.
Shut up.
Anthony.
Away with you. Away. Leave the fucking studio.
Jim Norton.
Every one of you is a time-wasting cock tease.
I will beat children about the head.
And the O&A Army.
Our fans are a bunch of jackasses.
3 men leading an army from the pits of darkness.
You are shit. You are worthless.
We're all losing it.
I could give a fuck.
Fighting the evil nemesis, poisoning the land.
You're just a little scumbag, and I'll just spit in your fucking face. I'd love to spit in your fucking face.
Fuck him!
And a battle that almost separated them forever.
I'm an actor.
You're insane. You don't know how a show works, and then you have these stupid opinions.
I understand you trying to do a radio show.
We're not gonna do that, you ass!
Aw, don't get all angry and yell.
Jim, you're fucking pissing me off. Whatever.
Holy shit.
What happens when love pushes you over the edge?
I gotta feel the tits!
Nowhere to run.
Who is this idiot on the radio?
Nowhere to hide.
You're shit out of luck.
And no way out.
Dance, motherfucker, dance.
Yeah, look at my cock.
The most anticipated thriller of the year.
Give to me the money, I will make for you the like I fuck.
No!
The Opie and Anthony Show. Rated R for retarded. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony. Ooh, it's in my shoes. Ramon, clean this up.
And here, as long as we're talking about theme restaurants, I got a proposition for you. I think if white people are going to burn down black churches, then black people ought to burn down the House of Blues. Huh? What a fucking disgrace that place is. The House of Blues. They ought to call it the House of Lame White Motherfuckers. Inauthentic, low-frequency, single-digit, lame white motherfuckers. Especially these male movie stars who think they're blues artists. You ever see these guys? Don't you just want to puke in your soup when one of these fat, balding, overweight, overaged, out-of-shape, middle-aged male movie stars with sunglasses jumps on stage and starts blowing into a harmonica? It's a fucking sacrilege. In the first place, white people got no business playing the blues ever, at all, under any circumstances. Ever, ever, ever. What the fuck do white people have to be blue about? Banana Republic ran out of khakis? Huh? The espresso machine is jammed? Hootie and the Blowfish are breaking up? Shit, white people ought to understand their job is to give people the blues, not to get them. And certainly not to sing or play them. Tell you a little secret about the blues. It's not enough to know which notes to play. You got to know why they need to be played. And another thing, I don't think white people should be trying to dance like blacks. Stop that! Stick to your faggoty polkas and waltzes. And that repulsive country line dancing shit that you do. And be yourself, be proud, be white, be lame, and get the fuck off the dance floor. Now.
If someone get in the back, the dance on you. If someone get in the back, the dance on you.
Our little secret. All right, we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. Celebrating a year at XM Satellite Radio. They call us the pioneers of satellite radio.
Wow, people really enjoyed that break.
They like the George Carlin?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of little surprises for the faithful listeners, the ones that have been with us from day one.
Yeah, that's quite the little inside joke for a lot of people.
Not all you newbies that have been listening for a week or two.
Yeah, you hanger-ons, you bandwagon jumpers.
We're not even going to explain the George Carlin thing.
No.
You're going to have to get on a message board and find out why that was so brilliant on our parts.
Brilliant.
Anyway, Robert Kelly's sitting in for Bill Burr, who sits in for Jimmy Norton. Little Jimmy Norton's going to be back a weck from today, by the way. He's doing the Tonight Show this coming Monday.
When's Bill Burr coming back?
Hopefully soon. To be honest with you.
Yeah, let's get. I'm glad. I hope Bill comes back soon.
We got something for Jimmy that's going to drive him nuts. Do we need to play the intro of the show? Yeah, you know why? Because a lot of people tune in the show later. We start every morning with a show opener. Do we have that, Derek? Can we play that?
Yeah, just give me a sec.
All right. Derek's going to play the show opener that starts every Opie and Anthony show.
Now. Oh, my God.
And you know we're ball busters. So listen to the show opener.
You know.
Listen closely to Jim Norton doing his part in the show opener. Whenever you got that, you hit that, Derek. Because Steve just handed me something that we're going to play when Jimmy comes back on Tuesday. It'll drive him fucking nuts. And that's what friends do.
Poor little guy.
You got it? All right, listen. This is how we start every Opie and Anthony show, every morning. Opie and Dopey.
Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them.
Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
I'm Opie.
I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio. Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun, fun, fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid.
I'm just a zilch and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio. I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshat.
And these dummies that work for us, you guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby.
Always laughing in the wrong places.
Ben, where's the coffee?
He rocks.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve. Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment.
This show is a disaster.
Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, bring it now.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
So that's how the show starts every morning, okay?
Right.
And then we play the Rage and blah, blah, blah. All right. Well, we thought it would be cute to redo the opener.
Ah, Jesus.
And we're just going to play this on Tuesday without saying anything. And Jimmy's going to be sitting where you are, Robert Kelly, robertkellylive.com. And this is what he has to hear. Opie and Dopey.
Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them.
Shut up.
Don't be unkind. Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
Opie
I'm Opie.
I could give a fuck. I'm Bill Burr, and I'm on the radio. Shut up!
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid. I'm just a zilch, and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio.
I know we're trying to. I'm sitting across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshat.
And these dummies that work for us.
You guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby. Always laughing in the wrong places. Hey, Ben, where's the coffee?
E-Rock. Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve. Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
Yeah.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment.
This show is a disaster.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Happy poo. Bring it now.
Oh, no, the poor guy. No.
We can't.
No.
We have to do it.
If you don't do that, you are
to do it.
fucking... You have to.
No.
Obviously, Bill Burr doing all Jim Norton's lines in the show opener.
Just do me a favor. When you play that, I want to make sure all the windows are locked in the studio area.
That is terrible.
Oh, that is really good. Yeah.
Bill's home right now going, yes.
He will lose his mind.
Cool. How do you think that sounded, honey? That's pretty good, right?
Oh, the poor
Norton
bastard.
is finished.
Norton's not even in studio, and that was uncomfortable to listen to.
That's going to be
Because
fantastic.
I'm just picturing how pissed off he's going to be.
He's finished. Bill Burr. He's a good-looking guy. Nice. He's a little cleaner. You know what I mean? A little cleaner.
Don't forget the return of Jim Norton a week from today for like 2.5 days.
What, for 2 days and then he's gone again?
And then he's gone for like 2 weeks.
Then you get the return of Billy
Bill
Burr.
That's right.
And then if Bill can't make it, it's the return of me. And if 5 guys other can't make it, then it's the return of Rich Voss.
Bill's touring around? Is that what it is?
Yeah. No, I think he's in L.A. too now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's doing his own stuff in
All
L.A.
these Hollywood, hot shots.
All right, let's say hi.
Big shot.
Let's say hi to Jerry in Ohio. Jerry!
Hey.
Hey, Jerry.
How you doing? Congratulations, guys. Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
I've been listening to you guys for a year now.
Thank you.
Hey, I want just one question. Whatever happened to Lady Di?
Well,
How are you?
You could ask her for yourself because they just showed up. The retarded Laverne and Shirley just showed up.
Really?
They are here?
They are here. To celebrate our first year at XM.
Expecting that.
I used to love how you guys used to dog the shit out of them.
All right, well, we're going to do that in moments here. Thank you, sir.
Where's Patrice?
All right.
Because when those are in the room and Patrice is here.
Yeah.
I just love his face when he looks at him just with disgust.
Why you?
He's running late. He'll be here.
What's up with your hair?
What's up? Why?
Christine, Denver, what's up?
Why's your face?
Christine. We lose Christine?
Hey, I'm here.
There she is.
What's up, Christine?
Nothing. How you guys doing this morning?
All right.
I just wanted to call and wish you guys happy anniversary. And tell you guys I was a loyal listener to Howard Stern for a long, long time, and I will not pay 1 red cent to listen to that fucko ever.
Thank you.
Well, thank you,
So
Christine.
You guys are great, and keep on doing what you're doing. You make me laugh every day.
What made you switch over, though, hon?
Well, I didn't have Sirius. I'm not going to get it. He went off the radio here in Denver, and I've been an XM listener for a couple of years, and once you guys went off the pay channel, I started listening, and I've been a loyal listener almost every day since.
Yeah, a lot of people are trying to build this up to some big radio battle, and I don't know. I don't think he has it in him. He just doesn't have it in him anymore.
No, he's all washed up. He's a dried-up old bucko.
All right. Thank you, Kristen.
Have a great day, guys.
All right. Lynch is on New Jersey radio. Well, Stephen Lynch will be in studio tomorrow, by the way, to help us out. Thank you for spying on Stephen Lynch, though, Chris in New Jersey.
The guy, like all comics, they do a lot of radio. It's funny. They want to make like a thing. Hey, dude.
Chris, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey.
I'm listening to 105.5 in Jersey. Remember the big greasy breakfast?
Of course.
They got Lynch on.
All right. Well, he'll be on our show tomorrow.
Okay.
And he'll be playing all his favorite songs. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
All right, we're looking back. It's been a year that we've been doing satellite radio, Anthony. We got more clips to play from our first show and our first week.
Yeah.
Wanna hear
It's a
some more?
celebration, Opie.
Is this?
It certainly is.
What have we gotten so far?
Not even
we got our robes.
We got robes.
I thought we'd at least have like a catered breakfast or
I
something
got.
today.
You want an Altoid? Altoids.
Great. Cake, Altoid. Yeah, same thing.
Winter green.
Stupid Aunt and I, we were thinking it was a big day. I don't know. You would think maybe catered breakfast would have been the minimum that anyone would do for you. A little, here's some eggs. Congratulations. I'm still eating my shitty oatmeal. I mean, Jesus.
We made it a year without doing something creepy.
And a stupid gift from Robert Kelly.
Oversized
baseball robes.
Oh.
They stink.
Oh.
What the hell's wrong with you, you fucking ass?
Angry baby?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Of course. Opie, of course. Angry baby.
Fucking angry baby. That's what we get on our first year.
Can I ask you a question, guys?
Yeah.
You guys have been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Did it mess up your bowels?
Yeah, big time.
Like,
yeah?
You get like jet lag with shit?
I used to be 3 and done. Every morning, 3 and done. 3 craps within 15 minutes, done for the day.
Isn't
now
that
it's
just
all...
one?
No, it'd
You
be
do 3 in 15 minutes.
Maybe I should have just...
It's not worth standing.
Maybe I should have just sat in there for the 15 minutes, but I would do 1, go back to my coffee and paper. About 5 minutes later, another 1.
I do the same thing.
You do, right?
I used to. Until
now it's all...
Eke it out with
Monday.
A magazine. You stand up with a fawn
That's
legs.
how you get hemorrhoids.
Fawn legs.
Now
you know, they go numb. You ever have them go numb and you stand up?
Yeah.
You look like a newborn fawn.
You can't do that. That's how you get roids, when you sit down too long.
Now it's all over the place.
What, roids?
No, my dumps. I look like an Ethiopian child.
That's what
I'll go 2 or 3 days without dumping sometimes. The other day I dumped and I had like a buoy, I guess is the only way to explain it.
A what?
This thing was so freaking long it had no more room, so it was sticking out of the water.
I dumped yesterday so late in the afternoon it came out albino. It lost all color. No. Like the color just faded out.
There is no reason
to talk.
Why?
Now, any kind of bodily thing, like really
you made me look
disgusts
at a
me.
chick's asshole with a genital wart the size of an earlobe.
Oh, Sandy King.
Yeah. That doesn't bug you?
No,
because
I know I'm not going to touch it or anything, and it does disgust me. Believe me, that disgusts me. But anything like snot or shit is just...
All right, here we go. Let's play some more audio from our first show on XM.
What do we got?
Here's Aunt and I talking about if we screw this up, it's over for our careers. That's pretty obvious to everyone, I guess.
Yeah.
Hence the reason we made it a year.
You guys really did fuck up a lot. Jesus Christ.
So it's the Opie and Anthony Show. We've begun. We've begun the 3rd stage of the Opie and Anthony Show, and the final stage.
3.0. O&A 3.0.
This is O&A 3.0 and the last version of Opie and Anthony. When we screw up this time, it's over.
Yeah,
it's absolutely over.
Let us say that because we said when we started at NEW in New York, we said, look, there's going to be a day where we screw up and you will just not hear us anymore because you don't get to say goodbye on the radio. They just fire you, throw your ass out, and you're done. And that did happen. And all the websites started, people save O&A, this, that, the other thing. Who do we call? Who do we write to? If we screw this one up, don't bother. No, make no phone calls. Don't start up any websites. Don't write any letters. Just say, well, that was fun while it lasted, and it'll be over.
It's called retirement.
Right, because we will totally have burnt every single bridge that there is.
Yeah,
and we'll just be done.
If we blow this, like we said on Ungagged, the only option open to us will be CB Radio.
CB Radio, right. Breaker. It's the O&A Show.
And we do plan on screwing it up again, by the way.
Yeah, at some point. I don't doubt it.
There you go. Now we're live again. Yeah, we'll definitely screw this up eventually.
Yeah, when we want to.
When we want to. This time when we want to.
Right.
We got a lot of ways we want this to end, by the way. We talk about on the phone.
Gotta be a biggie.
It will be a biggie. Bill in Vegas. Bill, what's going on today?
Hey, you just described a turd freestanding out of the water as a buoy.
Yeah.
The proper term is the Loch Ness Monster.
Nelly?
It's just kind of Nelly.
Get a Nelly.
It's Nessie.
Nessie, whatever. I was thinking about the black rapper.
Nelly. That's a blonde wig on it. It's a little Nelly Olsen shit.
Like a little black rapper just sticking out of the toilet bowl.
So if you just admit you were wrong, we can put it behind us and get on with our lives.
All right. Thank you, Bill. I like that. The old Nelly. All right.
Nessie. I fucked you up. I'm sorry.
Well, no, you did fuck me up.
My stupidity made you stupid, and I apologize.
The old Nessie.
Nessie.
Jesus, Robert.
Sorry, dude. Billy's coming back.
All right, good. Here we go. More audio from our first show at XM. Let's take a quick break.
Who sponsors this show?
I think PSAs.
Really? Do we have any?
Do we have
Steve
any
is shaking
sponsors?
his head. Ben.
No, we don't have any sponsors just yet.
Jesus. I don't really like that you can talk from in there.
Tough.
It is kind of cool. You can't even. The trouble is you can't throw something at his head while he is talking.
I got a big glass partition, and Eric's not going to do anything to me because I'll kill him.
This looks way too professional. I don't like this.
Steve, go ahead with the news. We got to put him in blackface and put a big afro wig on.
It's okay, you can try. Please, I dare you.
I forgot that
dare you.
Steve was running the board through the glass.
That's right. This was before we had our crack crew.
This was before Derek and Danny and Nathaniel.
Mm-hmm.
Steve sounded very aggressive.
Travis gets no credit whatsoever.
And Travis, that's right.
Yeah. The other guy.
The
Travis
other guy.
is low man on the totem pole with those guys, isn't he?
No, he wasn't even around yet.
No?
He didn't come till, what, January?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like to call him the other white intern.
Brad Pitt from the movie California. Nothing? All right.
Well,
Jesus Christ, I'm trying.
Let's go to Gordon. It's a weird day, you know. It's our first year at XM. We're celebrating.
Yeah, he's celebrating with the third tier guy.
Quite frankly, we don't feel like celebrating with you.
Of course.
It should be Jimmy, but
or Billy.
We're all smiling. Or Billy.
Yeah, let's get carried away with Jimmy. I mean, come on, Jimmy who?
Not even Voss.
Let's not get fucking carried away. Look, I know the listeners love Billy, but they kind of like me. But they don't like Voss.
All right. Gordon, what's up?
What's up, boys?
Hey,
man.
Happy anniversary birthday for you.
Yeah.
Another name for that turd is an iceberg.
Iceberg.
Oh, it's a lot more of it is below the surface.
I kind of like the old Nessie.
Yeah, Nessie's pretty good.
All right.
Thank you. All right.
Someone's calling it a steel-cut Nessie.
Steel-cut Nessie. Little blueberry poo.
I was going to go with a Lake George joke, but
oh no!
Decided that's a little too early still.
The tragedy of Lake George.
What were the old people?
A bunch of old people went overboard, and they said the lake was like glass,
right?
And an old captain is running this boat, and a wake or something hit the side of the boat. Boat tips over. Old people are in the drink,
right?
And if that was just a party boat, like anything else, a kegger or something, everyone would have lived.
Right.
But it's old people.
The only people that lived were the ones with the colostomy bags.
They floated.
They floated up. They wrapped their colostomy bags.
That's awful.
Thank God they had breakfast that morning.
They got a picture of the captain of the ship. He's 74 years old, and he looks like he really should not be in charge.
I've fallen in the water, and I can't get out.
They're hitting the life alerts.
Sally, look at the loon. There's a loon sticking its head up.
Loon.
Wait, that's Opie taking his shit in the lake.
The boat capsized.
You're kidding. How did it happen?
Where?
Where?
Do you guys have any mullet fish?
Where? I was just cruising on it.
It's the cousin of the Cafelta. The mullet.
Yeah, and a bunch of old people went in.
That must have been hilarious, though.
Oh! How is that hilarious?
Just to see all these little white heads sticking out of the water.
And make it all those years.
Yeah.
I heard one guy, it was an old Navy guy. Oh, he'd probably been in the shit, like, early in his life.
Of course.
And there he is. I can't get out of the water, please. I'm drowning.
But they should know. They should have been great swimmers. Anytime you go on vacation,
great swimmers.
Who's in the pool?
Years old.
Who's in the goddamn pool at any fucking hotel? Old people. They're treading in the water. Any Aruba, Bahama, anywhere I went, there's always old people in the pool doing aerobics. They should be fine.
Were all like kind of disabled old people. Some of them
shouldn't
in
be on a
wheelchairs.
boat.
They got walkers, and there were no like. It wasn't a ferry type boat with seating that was fastened down. So when everything kind of tipped, they all went over to one side, which made it worse.
Everyone rolled to the right.
Was there a band playing?
Just a bunch of old people. Yeah. Remember the Titanic? I remember.
All right, more audio. We got to get the retarded Laverne Shirley in here.
Yeah.
Lady Di looking like Throw Mama from the train still.
Wow, she really does. She really does.
And she's only like, I don't know, maybe 40? Jesus.
Got my O&A shirt on.
All right, more audio from our first show on XM.
I have to point out something. We took our first commercial break, and there was no commercial.
No, apparently it was George Carlin.
Yeah, I guess the first half hour of the Opie and Anthony Show was sponsored by George Carlin.
George Carlin. Yeah, we don't have any commercials yet.
Well, there goes that gag from earlier.
Yep.
All right, well, I didn't know we were going to do...
You did explain it.
All right. They played a lot of George Carlin in the early days.
We were still trying to figure it out, what to do between us being on the air. We didn't have any commercials or anything. And they decided to play comedy clips from the comedy station.
Right.
On XM. And they just played the same ones over and over. Got very tedious. How did we resolve that? We just take 2-minute breaks and...
Well, we just started talking even longer and longer. We barely break.
True.
Yesterday we had 3 breaks all day.
Yeah.
All right, here's some more audio from the first show.
Henchman from Brooklyn says, too bad no sponsors. Nobody shills boner products like you guys.
Yeah, that's true. We kind of missed the dick creams and...
oh, yeah.
We had everything for your schlonz.
We had the stuff that made your goo taste like fruit flavors.
Yeah, that was our old
made
friend.
Your man juice taste.
Is that French?
I love that. Wow, how did we miss that?
Schlonz.
It's a schlong or a schwanz. You just combined them into schwanz.
Merci, schlonz.
Schwanz.
Jesus, that's
wonderful.
Ben, what's going on out there?
Oh, no, good.
Patrice is
here.
just ripping the two retards.
Well, tell him to save it for the show, man.
Yeah,
we'll get Patrice in a minute. Let's get back to this tape.
Like fruit flavors.
Yeah, that was our old
made
friend.
Your man juice taste like peaches and bananas and whatnot.
That was our old friend Tim Sabian, who's still a friend,
really?
by the way.
Yes.
One of the only friends from Infinity Broadcasting that we still talk to.
Don't say that. They might fire him.
Yeah, they probably will now. But he came to us. It was called Sweet Release.
Sweet Release.
You were supposed to ingest this stuff and your
spunk.
Yeah, see, we're trying to keep it kind of clean, believe it or not, because we truly believe that we shouldn't just curse on this channel.
Yeah.
Because we were doing phoners all day Friday.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of potty mouths out there.
It was all curses. All cursing.
A lot of mother effers and you F and C.
I heard the C word. Heard it all. I was offended.
So I think we're going to slowly work into this cursing thing.
I started complaining to the FCC, Opie. That's what I was doing.
But it's supposed to make your spunk taste better.
Yeah.
And Tim Sabian came to us with this great idea.
Mm-hmm. Like that's going to put it over the edge for a girl, you know? Oh, if only it tasted better, I'd hob that and gobble down every drop. I don't think it's the taste.
Yes, Jim?
I was just thinking that takes out half the fun, though. If she's not going to run to the toilet and throw up, what's the use of giving it to her? Half of the fun of the whole thing is the humiliation and the tears and the long drive home with her mouth smelling like bleach. You want a nice beverage-flavored thing, you drink a pina colada, you rotten whore. Not just gobble this, spit it out the window, and leave.
And make sure you eat plenty of asparagus.
I love asparagus.
So do I, until you have to take that leak.
Yeah. Don't try having it dropped on you like that.
Oh, God. And we're back live again.
There's definitely a big difference between Billy and Jim.
Just a bit, huh? Just a little bit.
All right, the next piece of audio we got to play is our first phone call. And it's kind of creepy, because listen closely to the voice. At the time, we had no idea who this person was.
Really?
But then he came into our lives.
Yeah.
This was the first call we took from a listener on XM a year ago today. Let's see if the phones work. This guy's been waiting for like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ricky from Yonkers, I think.
No.
Ricky!
Hey, Opie and Anthony.
Hey, it worked!
You're the first official phone call.
Are you shitting me? He was our first caller ever?
And then he ended up interning for us.
Dopey Ricky?
This guy was a stalker.
Oh, man.
This guy was a stalker. The first call that we took from a listener a year ago today was Ricky, who turned out to be Ricky the intern, who fucked up everything
ever.
We have offered jobs. We have offered jobs to every single intern that has passed through these doors, except for Ricky.
Ricky.
That wasn't the little cute gay one you had here, right?
No, we're not allowed to talk about
Ricky
him
and him
because he attempted to sue everybody.
Jesus Christ.
It was floated out there, sure.
Oh, did I just say that? That was supposed to stay in my head. There you go. There's an answer to a big question. Wow, hey. I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. So here's Ricky the intern, but he was the first call we took on XM.
Oh, that taints the show.
Hey, it worked! You're the first official phone call on XM Satellite Radio and the Opie and Anthony Show.
I just want to say welcome back from myself and from the Whackbaggers at the Whackbag AIM chat room and Whackbag.com, of course.
Yeah, Whackbag.com. We should give them the plug.
Now they will get pounded, and that'll be it for that website.
Whackbag.com, a message board that kept us alive in our hiatus. Also, opieanthony.net and oavirus.com.
And cringehumor.net.
Very funny.
Fantastic. All big, huge O&A fans. Very good.
All right.
Where is this guy from?
Yonkers. That's all you have, Ricky?
Yeah, I mean, I have not as much to say. I got to get ready for class in like an hour.
Jesus, that call stunk.
You have nothing.
Welcome back. Where's my shirt?
All right, well.
Awful.
All right, and we're back live.
He lived up to it.
He lived up to that, certainly. Yeah,
Horrible
he became
call.
an intern, and he just fucked up everything. And right there, we admitted that he had nothing.
Nothing.
He had nothing to offer us.
And then he was in the background of the pictures that we took at the Hard Rock
at the
during
press
our
conference?
big press conference. His pic, we noticed later on that he's in like the background of the pictures.
You found him in the just standing in the background,
Yeah.
staring at.
He was a stalker, like
Creep.
an Uber fan that became an intern. All right, we'll do one more here before we take another break and get the retarded Laverne and Shirley in here.
Kevin from Connecticut, Bob Kelly has totally redeemed himself with the colostomy bag joke. They enjoyed your colostomy bag.
Thank you.
Now it's a bit-by-bit, joke-by-joke
Thank you. You know what?
judgment that you're getting.
I'm trying. I just want to entertain. I'm not going to be the fill-in. I'm Gary Sharon, as Opie called me.
RobertKellyLive.com.
Yes.
All right. We only want to plug your website after you give a really good line.
MySpace.
All right, here we go. The first example, the show doesn't listen. A year ago today, listen to some of the audio. Check this out. So we're up here in New York with no bosses whatsoever. And they're all down there in Washington. But the problem is you can't get anyone on the phone because they're always in meetings.
And when we were getting to know everybody, they would have us come down to Washington and attend these meetings. And I got to tell you, you know how I am with meetings, and that's one thing that didn't change. I can't stand sitting in a meeting and listen to people hashing over things. So again, I was with my shoelace, sticking it in the little vent hole in the side of my sneaker and not listening, hoping somebody, maybe Ben was listening, so if something important was said.
No, we have a bunch of guys that just don't listen that work for us, by the way.
They were all wondering where we were going to go out drinking that night.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there's a nice bar around the corner. Bunch of lushes.
All right. A lot of people are like instant feedbacking and calling saying you guys got to play the first show over the weekend. It's not worth playing.
No, it's really
Can't you
not.
tell it's not that good?
A lot of technical glitches.
It's not that good.
It is kind of interesting, though, to hear you
It's
guys
interesting to hear, you know.
get a flip out.
A little trip down memory lane.
How far you've come from then till now. You know, then you had Jimmy, now you got Billy. You know?
All right, you want to say hi to Lady Di and Marion?
Well,
better known as the retarded Laverne and Shirley. We should get Patrice in here as well.
First year anniversary on the air. Regardless of how annoying they are, they were a big part of our program back in the NEW days.
Nothing but big stars today for us to celebrate this big day on XM.
Yeah, sit there, sit down,
sit the
and
fuck
you sit down there. Everyone's sitting.
We get a nice welcome. Or what?
Very good. You're great. Just sit
Patrice?
down. Everyone sit and have a good. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, we are.
Now, wow. We have not seen them in quite some time.
Almost a year.
Well, and look at Marion. You seem to have lost weight.
I did.
You did. How much did you lose?
About maybe 20 pounds.
20 pounds.
All right, only 80 to go.
Congratulations. Only 15 more to go.
Looks good. She looks good.
I do.
Yes, she
I went down 2 pant sizes. I went down 2 bra sizes and 2 shirt sizes.
And your tits went down too.
Congratulations
on that.
Sizes. Thank you.
Yeah, they went down all right.
Yeah. No, they got uplifted.
Oh, you had them lifted?
No, I mean
Are you wearing a bra that has them lifted? I'm just asking.
I've lost weight up here. These guys still look the same. I don't see you guys working out or doing anything to help yourselves lose.
Don't make me show my abs.
Oh, let me see.
No.
Let me see that behind that sweatshirt. What are you hiding behind there? I know you're still rollerblading down the street here.
Those robes would fit her.
I don't think we have to lose any weight there, Marion.
We were here a year ago. They looked like they were gaining.
Now,
hi, how are you? I don't know you, but hi, I'm Marion.
My name is Bill Burr. How you doing?
Oh, hi, I heard of you.
Yeah, thanks.
No, you're not Bill Burr. You're Robert Kelly.
Easy there.
All right.
Very good.
You were here yesterday.
Yeah.
I like your cotton candy hair. That's still happening.
Cotton candy? What's wrong with my cotton candy?
Do you own a Flowbee? How did you get that style? So tight and...
Why? I just got a haircut a week ago.
Where did you get it cut? From a vacuum cleaner?
You might want to, I don't know, call me crazy, but you might want to use some conditioner.
Yeah. I do.
What's
wrong with it?
I don't know.
Hey, you look like you're still sleeping, Opie. Look at your hair. You're losing your hair. You're going bald.
I'm not losing my hair.
I'm going bald.
Thank you, Lady Di. She's trying to fight back, but it's not really working.
She always fights back.
I know. I give you credit for fighting back, but
she always fights. You look a mess.
Look like that.
I look a mess. Okay.
Hey, how you doing, Anthony? How's everything?
I'm fine and dandy. It's not about us. It's about you two. We haven't talked in a while.
Now enough of busting on my chops. Find out about her.
Well, your hair now looks a little greasy.
It doesn't look
greasy. It's not greasy.
What happened?
I'll be honest. It doesn't look as greasy as it has
in the past.
In the past,
and she's growing it out a little longer.
Yeah,
she's not getting that. She had the length that was perfect for the Laurel and Hardy.
Laurel and Hardy, yeah.
Yeah, she's. I don't know. There's some kind of comb over going on over there.
No, what do you think? Do you think she's lost weight in the last year?
She has 5 bangs.
She lost weight, hair, sure.
Yeah,
she lost a lot of things.
I was supposed to get a cut before
she has it parted in the middle and on the side.
I just don't
have got to ask you guys something while I am here.
Yeah, I understand.
Because
not having time to wash your hair, yeah. Out of all the things I decide I can't do anymore because I'm very busy. You know, one is stop fucking washing my hair. Of course.
Can I ask you guys?
They actually have the haircuts when you go into an old lady's salon. They have the haircuts on the wall.
Excuse me, my perm is growing out, and I just got it cut.
You got a perm?
Grow out. It was at one time.
Yeah,
but now it's growing out.
You have a perm? Is that what the front is?
No, because it's growing out, and I got it cut.
The front is a perm and the back is regular hair?
No, it's growing out.
What's the back?
And I just got it cut.
But what's the back?
So when you have a perm...
Did you get your eyebrows permed? Can you do something?
When you have a perm and it starts growing out, you got to get it cut so it
don't
look
like a Dr. Seuss character.
Oh, so you got the reason why you got your hair cut like Rod Stewart in 1978.
That's right. Okay.
She's a who.
You're a who.
Shut up.
What's a who?
Here's a who.
She looks like a Dr. Seuss character.
No.
I didn't say anything.
Can we do Photoshop? Can we do like separated at birth?
Let me tell you something. I am doing hell of a good, and I'm good.
Hell of a good.
You look fine.
It's been a long time since I've seen you guys.
You do look good.
So you guys still look the same. But can I ask you the question while I'm up here so I don't forget before I leave?
What?
Are you guys making any appearances anywhere?
What? No, we don't need to anymore.
Why?
We're big stars. We don't care about our
doing the Halloween. Big Halloween party.
Anywhere?
All right, now when's the Halloween party?
Oh,
Halloween night?
On Halloween.
But you don't do nothing on a Saturday night, Friday night,
Listen to me. Listen to me. We're going to...
I'm asking you.
This is a facade today. I mean, we're celebrating a year at XM, but quite frankly, we have nothing planned.
I'm happy you have a year.
Our real celebration. Shut up!
Jesus, please
bring. I haven't screamed in months.
Remember
Shut
this?
Go ahead.
Please bring Patrice in here, please.
Yeah, we'll bring Patrice in.
Please.
Get Patrice. But let me explain really fast. The big celebration for a year on XM is going to happen Halloween night at the Hard Rock Cafe.
That's a Monday night.
And we got prizes. We got tribute bands. We got a U2, Rush, and AC/DC tribute band. We got like cash prizes for the best costumes. The costumes are going to be based on shit we've done on this radio show.
So we're looking for our listeners to be creative. That's going to be the big celebration.
Don't forget, there's another celebration at Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia, the 12th and
What do you mean
15th.
Friday and Saturday nights? What do you mean?
We
We go out and lead our personal lives. We lead our fucking lives so we can go out with people that we care about, like our families and friends.
I know that, but I was just asking a question if you guys do any appearances on Friday and Saturday nights.
No, we don't do appearances. Did we ever do appearances?
Once in a while, you did.
When did we do appearances?
You went down to Shore for Labor Day.
That was before we had the job. We were doing like it was a preliminary kind of, hey, we're on XM. It was us. It was us selling the fact that we're on XM. It had nothing to do with wanting to hang out with fucking fans, annoying cocksuckers that they are.
Making appearances.
We are doing a huge appearance on Halloween night.
That's Monday night.
Fans love you guys.
We don't give a fuck about them.
Were you in the movie?
Were you about the fans?
Hey,
how do you know?
If your fans don't listen to XM, then what
Bob
happens?
Kelly wants to say something.
Were you in the movie Bad Boys Fixing Radios?
No. Were you?
Oh, man. Movies, Bad Boys Fixing Radios.
No, you look like...
No, he was the guy that had his radio fixed, right? And got it blown up on the side of his head.
He looks like both of them, the little Jewish kid and that guy.
And the guy, he have the same hair.
You shut up, okay? Shut up, because you're fat.
All right,
you're fat and dumpy.
All right, listen.
Wow.
You called me fat.
You're fat and dumpy.
Really? At least I'm fat all over. You skinny-shouldered, fat hip loser.
Let me tell you something. I'm happy I lost.
I know you lost weight. Can you lose that?
Bobby's really letting David Bowie and Meatloaf really...
Let me tell you something. I don't know you, but your jokes stink, honey. I'm sorry. Shut up.
I want
Because he's a friggin' goofball.
He really is letting Thelma and Louise after the car accident.
I like Patrice. He's cool. But you're a friggin' fucking goofball. Fucking goofball.
That's what I tell him.
I like you. You're cool. But
Thank you, baby.
Where the fuck you get him from?
Yeah, where'd you get him from?
Yeah, where'd I come from?
You're worse than anybody has.
Oh.
Wherever the hell you
Holy
came from,
shit,
jerk.
Funny. Relax, Horseshack. All right, relax. Ooh, when you talk, wait, before you talk, you should go like this in the mic. Ooh, Mr. Cutout.
What happened to my buddy Jim Norton? I mean, I don't know what the hell you're getting this character
Listen, I'll
from.
tell you what happened. Jim Norton is in Hollywood being a big star, and he's
I'm happy for him.
He's the new Jim Norton.
Get Rich Force here.
No, he's the new Jim Norton. Robert Kelly.
No.
Hey, don't get mad at me.
Don't
get
I'm not paying for him. I'm sorry. I pay for you, but I don't pay for him.
Oh, you're paying.
I do pay for satellite radio. I have the MiFi. I have the big.
Leave her alone, Bobby. She has the hairstyle of three different ethnic groups.
I'm not paying for this guy. I'm sorry. This
Leave
guy's
her
gotta
alone.
go. Let me tell you. I don't like the Yankees.
Hey, don't turn on him. He's your friend.
I'm just saying.
I love the Yankees.
She shut up, because you don't even watch baseball anymore.
Yes, I do.
But who are you a fan of?
Who's your fan? Who are you
a fan of?
He's a fan of Budweiser.
Are you a fan of the Red Sox or something?
Who do you like, Marion?
True.
Baseball.
You're right.
Mets.
Right.
You're a Mets fan.
All right, you don't know I'm a Mets fan, so
That's a proud moment.
But
for
it's
the
hockey
Mets.
season again.
All right, get her the robe. She'll fit in it.
I like
get the robe.
Let's look kid aside at hockey season.
We got one present. We got one present today, and I'm going to give you my present.
Mr. Met.
What?
I'm going to give it to
You're
you.
two Met fans.
Huh?
Well, Opie is a Met fan.
Opie's big Met fan.
I'm an Islanders fan.
Good morning.
I'm a Ranger fan.
How you doing, Patrice? Good to see you again.
Yeah, my baseball season's over
Ours
too.
are not over. The Yankees aren't over.
Oh, really?
How you doing?
Good thing you filled us in on that. That's our sports
You got
segment
all
of
new
the program.
interns. I don't know anybody here. What is it? Out with the old, in with the new, I guess, or what?
Out with the old.
What are you talking about?
I see you got all new.
They've been here a
interns
year.
walking around.
These guys.
They weren't here last year when we were here.
They're interns. They're always new. They turn over like every 3 months.
Oh, maybe you could hire her to be a part
All
of
right,
it.
what is Lady Di up to?
Lady Di, last we heard from you, you were drunk. You had no job. You had lost your kid,
wait,
and your ex had been run over by a choo-choo train.
No.
Now, I want to know.
No.
That's the past. Hey, that's the past.
Oh, God.
I want to
Let's
know
leave it there.
what's happening now.
I have 2 jobs now,
All right, what are
and
they?
I work almost every day.
Two jobs.
What are the jobs?
What are the jobs?
Yeah. Waking up and going to bed.
That's one of the jobs.
She works 2 jobs.
I work 2 jobs.
2 part-time jobs.
Hey, what?
Lady Di. Lady Di!
Oh, that's tragic. Oh, there goes one ex.
Her ex what?
Ma'am, I'm
Her ex,
still married. Me and my husband celebrated our 11th year anniversary 2 weeks ago.
11 years of wedded.
Yeah, married
11 years of
yeah.
awfuless.
Do you have kids?
No.
Of course
You
not.
guys,
They did something right.
Does he
No,
pull
we
that
don't have
afro
no
every
kids. We
once
have
in-
cats.
Do they pull the front of that afro every once
Hold
in a
on,
while?
we got a crackly mic.
Oh,
What
yeah.
afro?
Crackly mic.
What?
Oh, you guys go share that.
Yeah,
I'm
go
happy
share.
with my hair.
Yeah,
I'm
share that
happy with
mic.
Share that
everything
mic.
You
going on
two
in my
girls,
life.
get close to
I'm
each
happy
other.
with everything going on in my
Yeah,
life.
Di, go over to
You
that
have
mic.
kids? You married?
I got nothing, honey. I got nothing.
You don't have no girlfriend, no boyfriend,
I
no
got
wife,
nothing.
no
I got nothing.
anybody?
You got to get on the
Brothers,
microphone.
Get on the
so,
microphone.
You gotta
ladies.
talk
I know
to
what
the
to call them,
microphone.
ladies.
What do you have?
I got nothing, sweetie.
Yeah.
You by yourself?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All by yourself?
Some people are very.
Girlfriend somewhere.
Some people are very happy alone.
You have a girlfriend.
I
We
would.
can fix them up with
I would.
You're going to the-
Oh, you got a
somebody.
girl I can fit? You seriously?
Yeah,
Oh,
we know a few
Jesus.
people.
Who?
I know a few people.
What's her name?
Who?
Who?
Oh my God.
Who?
What's her name? Just tell
What's
me
her name?
No, not
No,
Just
okay,
say it.
no,
So many
no, no.
secrets
No,
Lady
no,
Di
we
has.
don't even
She's
know.
always like,
Come on, tell me her name.
We know her real name, Jane.
like there's
Jane?
so many
Yeah,
things
yeah.
that need
She's
not
really
be
nice.
said.
Is she nice?
Dunkin' Donuts. Don't tell him.
What? You got a picture of her?
But don't
No.
Dunkin'
There's
Donuts.
always people that you
Don't
can
tell
go,
'em.
wait. What?
Talking to the microphone.
Oh, hi, how you?
Hi.
That's Eric.
Do you still
I
got
know
your
him.
bling?
I remember him.
Hey, Lady Di, you
Somebody.
still got your bling?
No.
What happened to your
just a little
bling?
bit, just a little bit.
Didn't you have that?
Yeah.
Her bling was as thin as like the rapper that
I don't wear
yodels
that
come
much
in.
jewelry anymore.
It's like really that foil.
You could actually shape it into an eagle, or you could shape it into a Cadillac symbol, whatever you wanted.
Whatever you wanted.
Hey, ladies.
I made it pulled up and everything, so I can't wear it.
Ladies, stupid us. We thought we were going to have hot strippers celebrating a year
First
at
year,
XM.
right?
Instead, we got you, so you might as well flash us.
Oh, stop it. Just
no,
stop.
No,
What,
of
you got a
course not.
flash?
Well, they
Lady
have in
Di,
the
you
past.
working at
Enough of that.
you work at Dunkin' Donuts now?
You flash?
Yeah, I do.
You work at the
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts. You have two jobs though.
2 jobs.
Two at Dunkin' Donuts or one at Dunkin' Donuts and one
Just
somewhere else?
one over there, and then I have another job at a cosmetic place.
A cosmetic place.
No, I think Lady Di's titties are much
Cashiers,
sexier.
both of them cashiers.
Really?
And
Opie Anthony, I want to tell
You like
something,
Lady
but I
Di's
got under
titties better than
155.
Marion?
Right.
I got under 155.
155.
You like
what?
Lady
Yeah,
Di's
wait,
better?
I finally got under the
much better,
155
much
mark.
perkier.
All right, she got under 155.
How much were you, honey?
Last time I was here, I think I was...
155 would be great if you were 6'4".
I would-
The problem is you're 4'10".
No, I'm not. I'm 5'2", honey. I'm not 4'10". I'm 5'2".
5'2".
She's cursing you out like a
And let me
50
tell you,
mother.
I'm
You know.
going- I'm
Let me
still
tell you something,
losing.
Toots.
I'm still losing. Hey, honey.
You know, you
I'm
got a
not
lot of
done yet.
moxie talking to me like that.
In all fairness, Marion looks...
You come in here like a bat out of hell.
Well, hey, it's
You
been
talk
a
to
year.
your mother in that mouth, you
Jackanapes.
Me.
booty foo.
You dumb
I
bunny.
do look good.
I passed by some construction workers. They said hubba hubba and 23 skidoo.
This is even going down. A lot of
What?
it's going down.
Your bun?
Going down.
Yeah.
Stand up. Let me get a look at you. Let me get a look. You're proud of your new body. Spin around. Give the guys a little show. Let me see the ass.
You know what?
Now is it
She got a
possible?
little shelf going there.
Is
Nice.
Is it possible to do face ups?
What?
What?
That's even going. Everything's going. I don't. Hey, you're still chubby.
Wait, take off the inner tube so we can have a real good look.
It's a nice chubby, though.
Oh, but do you think she's wearing swimmies or something?
What is that
Or a
shirt?
tube?
You got like a kid's inner tube, don't you?
Oh, what are you talking about?
Let me see the belly. Lift the shirt up. Let me just see the
Yeah,
belly.
let's see the belly.
Just lift the shirt to the pant line.
You should be proud. Listen
I
to
am.
me. It's not that bad.
There's
Don't
a
listen to
lot
him.
of people
It's
haven't
not that
seen
bad.
me in a
Look at
year.
That's
At
pretty
least I
looking
look
at?
like
That's pretty flat,
toothpick.
sweetie.
Stop.
Sweetie, that's
You
pretty
look good.
flat. That
Let's
looks pretty good.
relax.
And I do. I lift weights. I work out. I'm on my treadmill every other day.
Right.
All right,
And I
look,
walk
wait.
every day.
And then Lady Di's got to reiterate. Yes,
And
she
we
is.
just-
Yes.
Hey, Opie Anthony,
Yes.
we just missed you guys at San Gennaro, me and my husband.
Oh, what a shame.
Oh,
we
you
were
went
there
down.
the day that you were going down there.
Yeah.
We were there,
You
but
was-
we had left when you guys got there.
Oh,
we ate
wow.
at Joey
Did you have a
Paisano's
good
and
time?
I got my free glass of wine.
Oh, you
I was
did.
on vacation, so I celebrated all over the
You
city
got a
on my
little
vacation.
tipsy, did you?
No.
What are those?
What?
What do you have there? Atlantic City chips?
Ah, you're
No,
a
they're
big
poker
gambler.
chips, trust me.
She's
Oh,
a
all
big
right, poker
gambler.
chips.
Coming your way soon.
Opie, you're into poker now too? I know Anthony was.
I've lost lots of money.
You're still into poker, Anthony?
Of course. We got
still
Phil Gordon outside.
Get over it.
Do you
come in
still
here.
go to
Gordon.
AC and play poker?
AC, Mohegan, Foxwoods, Vegas, wherever they'll have me.
I don't
Wherever
play
they'll have
poker,
me.
but I play the slots.
You play
Oh, by the way,
slots.
I'm still a big Bon Jovi fan, and I got tickets coming to me to see them at the Garden at the end of November.
And we care why.
No, I'm just letting these know because I know a year ago
Do you realize we're talking to 1 million people right now?
I don't
and
care.
you're talking to
I don't care.
us about stuff that...
Well, you want to know what
Oh,
else is new? So let me hear what's going on with you guys' lives.
Baby.
No, we talk about it on a daily basis. Don't you have XM?
I do, but I listen to the replays because you them on at 7 in the morning.
Oh.
I'm working at 7.
So you find out what
I can't
we're
even
up
call
to,
you in the morning anymore.
I know, that's such a shame.
When we go on
I
vacation,
get back to 5 o'clock in the morning.
Jesus,
when we go on vacation, they're on vacation too.
Yeah, I know. One time I was on vacation, you guys were in D.C. I called you in D.C.
Oh
too.
my God! I just forgot what this was like. It's a
Oh, it's been a
chore.
long time since you've seen him?
It
That's
is.
right,
Yeah, we
yeah.
haven't had him on the air in forever.
Yeah.
It is
You
a
guys missed
chore.
us and still love us.
You call him retarded Laverne and Shirley?
Yeah.
Retarded Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah?
They're,
You never knew that?
they're famous.
I just met
They're
him from,
famous for their
Tough Crowd,
interviews
like-
at MTV.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, should we get Phil Gordon in here?
Of course we should.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Phil Gordon is legendary.
Phil Gordon is a legendary poker
No, they
player.
can stay in here. Just get a
Yeah,
get
they
the
can
wireless
stay in.
mic.
Make sure it works.
Ladies, sit on the Liberator and try out some sexual positions, and we'll get back to you in a little while.
Yeah, go sit down over there. Wait. If you want to ask Phil any questions,
What's your favorite sexual position anyway?
None of your business.
Just tell her to go over there.
How do you do that one?
Just tell her to go over there and chill out and
But
fix
none
one
of
her
your business.
hairstyles.
Cover your face.
Holy shit.
What do you look like?
Listen, she either needs a pick,
there he
hairspray.
All right.
Phil.
What's up, guys? Phil, I'm sorry you
How
have
doing,
to
man?
follow those two.
I know,
but-
these two annoying. Oh, my. Oh, do you recognize him now? Of course
All
you
right,
do.
hold on. They recognize you, Phil.
Gordon.
Wait, Lady Di? Wait, get a mic on them.
Oh, God.
What?
Yeah, he's-
All right,
yeah.
just use that mic. I don't care if it's cracked.
Oh,
Yeah, his
Phil,
name's-
I am apologizing in advance for these two.
He's Kevin Nealon. That's
I'm a world-class comedian.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, Lady Di, you thought he was on SNL?
Yeah, I thought I saw him on there.
Doing what?
What about Comedy Central?
Comedy act.
His comedy act?
Did you ever watch Celebrity Poker Challenge? Have you ever watched that? Going
Celebrity
around
Poker?
the Celebrity Poker. In between
I don't
eating
think so.
and doing whatever else you do.
She's too busy going to Bon Jovi.
No, because that's on the
Bon
Travel
Jovi shows.
Channel.
Yeah, she loves the Bon Jovi.
Gotta love the Bon Jovi.
I love Bon Jovi. Don't make fun of Bon Jovi.
I wouldn't.
Watch yourself.
To a girl that adopted
Don't
his
make-
hair after he...
Don't
Hey,
make
you
fun
know,
of Bon Jovi.
you know they look like? It looks like they
That's
actually.
Mayo, man.
They actually look like me and Voss in drag. That's who they look
Don't
like.
pick on Rich Voss. I like Rich Voss.
I like.
Hey, how's he doing?
For
How's the
Halloween,
honeymoon
she's
going
just going
with
to
him?
spray paint her hair green and put a Jets emblem on the side.
Right.
And
I don't
just
like
get
the
a
Jets.
Face mask. Show the face mask.
How the Jets are going, she'll be the next quarterback.
Phil, I'm sorry.
You guys like the Jets.
I want to talk to Phil Gordon.
Well, go ahead.
not
Talk to
about
whoever
him.
he is. I don't know who he is.
He's a world-class poker player.
I don't watch poker. I don't play
Poker's
poker.
huge. But that's because you have no idea what is going on in the world today.
When I go to Atlantic City, I play the tables.
What do you play?
The wheel.
The wheel.
The
Who
wheel.
plays
No,
the wheel? You can play the wheel at a county fair.
I play the slots too.
Boys, they told us
50 cent
everything
slots.
we need to know.
Quarter
Playing the
slots.
wheel?
Playing
That's
the wheel.
all you need to
Diamond
know.
Deluxe.
Phil, what's the strategy at the wheel?
What about double diamond deluxe machine?
I want to throw up. I want to throw up right now.
We got a wealth of information in poker over here, and you're talking about the fucking wheel.
Well, what about the double diamond slot machine?
The slot machine.
He plays.
Well, that's why you could afford Anthony, you know.
Oh my
Why you
God!
think
All right.
but you're
It's
not
about
He-
poker.
Can we talk to Phil Gordon for a little
Go
while?
ahead.
He plays
some poker.
He plays poker, unlike your husband.
My husband don't play poker either. I have a husband. What about your wife?
Something
You
tells
and your
me he
wife play
does.
poker?
He caught a bad beat. How long you been married? The
I
worst
know
beat
what
of
he
his
meant
life.
by that.
Actually, he had no money,
How
so
long
he had
you
to
been
marry
married,
her.
guys?
Look, you married my wife.
What?
Yeah, when you gonna get married, Opie?
I'm not getting married.
I know, we want to come to your wedding.
All right already.
Be invited to my wedding.
Nothing like drawing dead.
All right. All right. Keep the mics away from them. Ladies, we'll let you hang out and watch
sit down on the
our
Liberator.
great interview with Phil
Sit down on
Gordon.
the Liberator for a little while.
Phil,
You worried me with that for a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
They don't shut
just
up.
the couch.
They're
They
going to
really
keep babbling over
Please
there.
don't let them. Now, the good thing is, as a poker player, you're not distracted by a lot of outside things. You're focused because they will just continue to babble now on that couch for hours and hours.
But they don't have mics.
But they don't have mics, which
All
is
right.
good. Phil, good to see you. And I say again because I sat next to you at the celebrity poker, one of the tournaments out in Los Angeles, and I was horrified at my performance. You ate me up.
Well, you were out in 14 minutes?
It was about. No, I was
he
in
did
there
pretty
for
well,
about
actually.
an hour, I guess,
okay.
maybe
Yeah.
an
He did
hour
all right,
and 15. But
Time flies when you're having fun.
it absolutely was a lot of fun. But I'm sitting there, and I'm playing. And I'm thinking I'm holding my own, but I'm just hanging out. And I see people leaving the table, and I think, cool. The less of these people, the better. Min the Master was sitting across from me, and I see that. I'm like, Jesus
We had
Christ.
Jerry Buss at the table, too, right?
Yeah. It was just one of those tables where I'm like, why can't I be at the table at Screech or something? Why do I have to sit? I'm at this table. And a couple of people are getting eliminated. I'm feeling a little good. And then I look, and I see Phil walking over with a handful of chips. Like, motherfucker, man. Why now? And then you just proceeded to eat me up.
Wow.
And I knew it was going to happen. But
I'd like to say I'm sorry, but that really wouldn't capture my emotion.
No. I'm watching you on the celebrity poker challenges. You're a lot of fun. You got a great sense of humor, and then to watch you in a tournament, you're a completely different person.
Well, it's a different atmosphere. Most of the time on Celebrity Poker Showdown, we're drunk.
Showdown, excuse me.
And
are you? Do you there's a little drinking going on in the lounge?
Quite a bit, yeah. It is Vegas, and most of the celebrities that come on the show are in Vegas to have a good time. It's a weekend; they're not being paid to be there.
Did you like Colin Quinn when he came in? What did you think
Oh
of him?
my
Kind of
God.
boring, right?
Colin's a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
I was horrified by the way this guy was playing, and he's the guy that pisses you off.
He called every single bet on every single hand all the way to the river.
Yeah. No matter what he had.
I wanted to pull my hair out, but he won.
And he was
what are you gonna
pulling just hands out of his ass.
It was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, and he wound up winning that one. And he goes on to one of the championship deals and starts pulling the same shit.
Oh, my goodness.
And you're one of the best in the world.
Well,
he's up
depends
there.
on who you ask.
He's very,
I thought it was a
very
little
good.
Chinese dude that was the greatest ever.
Well, it always 10 years ago.
It's always changing.
When's the last
isn't
time
it?
you watched ESPN?
Yeah.
I just thought, it's so much poker now, right? That it's almost, it's almost like reality television. But I keep up with who's serious,
right?
And I know that there's a little Chinese dude with dark glasses who's supposed to be the best in the world.
That was 10 years ago.
He died of cocaine overdose.
Is he dead?
Oh yeah.
He died? What was his name?
Stu Unger?
No,
Stu's
the
dead.
Chinese.
No, you're talking about
Scotty Wynn.
Scotty
Wynn,
yeah.
not him.
Yeah,
He's
Scotty's got the mullet. Scotty's got the mullet
He does
cooking
have a mullet, yeah.
and the sunglasses. That's right, baby.
So Phil, you can play
you
with
call
anybody.
me, you go home.
Anybody in the world you can match up against.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he has.
Against.
What were you? Was it 2001, fourth place?
I've won 2 World Poker Tour tournaments, and I've came in 4th in the World Championship in 2001. And I made about 8 final tables and no limit.
And what's your take? What's your take so far total?
About 1.8 million.
1.8 million playing.
Did you ever play that Russian guy with the Oreo cookies? I heard he's really good.
Now this is a real layman's question right here.
Yeah.
What is, no insult,
Yeah. Okay.
what is the skill? What keeps me from getting a lucky hand all the way to $1 million? What's the thing that makes you definitely a better poker player than I am?
Well, poker is not gambling. Poker I equate to strategic investing. All right, think about it this way. If you can pick stocks and you can pick 6 out of 10 stocks right, you're going to be a fantastic stock picker, and you're going to be off this show and making a couple $1 million a year.
Phil, I got to apologize again. I don't know what's going on outside there.
We got a little,
There's a guy
in a blue bunny
in a blue bunny suit and a horror show. It looks like Jean-Benet Ramsey if she went in a time capsule on Planet of the Apes and it broke. Remember that
the
one?
blue bunny's getting mad at you,
The
Anthony.
Rock hit the time capsule on that girl on the Planet of the Apes thing, and it broke. And put Jean-Benet Ramsey in that.
That is her.
Man.
I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try to see, they're trying to distract me like in poker. But I got to focus on Phil.
Opie just starts laughing at me.
I'm focusing on this interview, Phil.
And you're wondering if I'm laughing at your question.
Poker is the dichotomy of poker. And the bunny rabbit, and Opie just stops.
Bunny rabbit walks by. Unbelievable. But it is. There is so much skill involved. And a lot of people that just look at that.
It wasn't walking by. It was kind of hopping by.
He was hopping.
He's committed.
A lot of people don't understand the skill that's involved in dressing like a blue bunny.
Oh, he's got stripper heels on.
It's a blue bunny and 8-inch stripper heels.
This is great. What would you bet on this?
I can't take this.
I would have lost a lot of money if someone would have said I would have been doing an interview with a blue bunny and 8-inch stripper heels jumping by behind me.
Are you one of those guys? You come off like one of those guys, though, when I've seen some of the behind the scenes that really bet on anything. Are you one of those, the crew that does that out there?
Well, proposition betting is an art. My newest is rock, scissors, paper. I've been playing a lot.
Right. Now, I saw this was covered.
I've been playing a lot of high-stakes rock, scissors, paper.
You did it for charity.
I want to personally thank this guy named Tom in Chicago. I was in Chicago a week ago. He went off for $2,200 against me at a bar in like 7 minutes. That was really fantastic.
Yeah, you guys.
All over the country, people are like, oh, Phil Gordon, I want to gamble with you. I'm like, let's play some rock, scissors, paper. I won $480 in Charlotte 2 days ago.
Is there a skill to it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's absolutely a skill to rock, scissors, paper. How could there be a skill?
If I know which way you're going, I just go the opposite.
And you're
why don't you cover me? Yes, go. Do something.
Let's
That's right.
a quick 100.
We got to go for a honey.
You want to go for 100?
And you're a gambler. Come on.
I just got 20s, but I got 100's worth.
All right.
I'll do it.
Rock, paper, scissors.
All right, what are the rules? Phil Gordon versus Anthony.
1, 2, shoot. That's how you do it.
Wait, on one? Are we going just one or best out of three?
We got to go best 3 out of 5. I think is the most skillful.
So
can radio handle it?
Paper beats rock.
Get Anthony Mike.
We're going 1, 2, shoot, right?
Hold on.
Yeah,
hold on. We got to get you guys together.
Okay.
Switch mics with Bob.
All right.
And no, Phil, you're okay. Just move over.
I'll stay here.
Move over a little bit.
These dudes are like, this is serious.
All right, so this is what poker's all about. You got to get inside the mind of your opponent. You got to read their tells.
Come on, Anthony.
Their facial expressions, and then you have to give them that little something to push them over the edge, like this. I'm going rock.
All right, I saw him do this.
So you think he's going rock now?
Am I going rock or am I not
I don't know. He's great at bluffing.
Oh, my God.
What do you know?
Don't listen, Anthony.
Don't listen. It's
right.
All right, listen. It's best out of 5.
Best out of 5.
Here we go.
1, 2, shoot.
1, 2, shoot. Paper.
Paper.
All right, so it's
no one wins.
No one wins.
No one wins.
All right.
Okay. And now what do we do?
Now we go again.
5?
Yeah.
Still 5.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hold on. I got to write all this down.
Man, I got faith in you.
Paper against paper.
I got it. Okay. Here we go. Tie.
Ready?
Tie.
1, 2, shoot.
That's 1-0 me. Rock beat scissors.
Oh, damn.
And
that may be the easiest read I've had in the week.
I think he saw me making the scissor thing before I even.
That's one for
scissors.
You had a little bit of a tell.
All right.
Did I have a tell?
1 to Phil Gordon. This is for $100. Come on, Anthony.
Come on.
1, 2, shoot. The paper again.
Paper again.
All right, Anthony.
1, 2, shoot.
Oh,
yeah,
Anthony Scissors, Gordon paper.
Yeah, biatch.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, Anthony.
I'm feeling good.
Look at his heartbeat.
He really is nervous.
I'm feeling good.
We're tied.
That was 2-1.
Oh, Gordon paper. Anthony rock.
I was rock.
All right, so it's Phil Gordon 2,
and
Anthony
last one. Thank you for the money.
Oh, this is it.
Nah.
Scissor. Okay, hold on. Breathe.
All right, we're ready.
Wait a minute. Nipsey Russell died.
Oh, damn it.
80 years young.
Ready?
Here we go. Last one. 2-2.
Oh! All right, listen.
Anthony, wait. Take a deep breath. Come here.
Hold on, I got to explain for radio. Hold on, I got to
it.
explain for radio.
This is
Anthony did rock, Phil Gordon scissor. It's now 2-2.
Here we go.
For the $100 that's on the console.
Anthony, take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath.
Come on, Anthony.
Okay.
Anthony.
Here
Good
we
luck,
go.
Anthony.
Ready? Thank you, Phil.
It's over, baby, Phil.
Thank you very much.
Oh! Phil Gordon
He went paper, I went rock. Phil Gordon
slow. Phil Gordon
paper, Anthony rock. Over.
If you watch the replay, his fingers are set so he can do anything with them.
He's very good.
He went just like this so he can turn it into a scissor, a rock.
I was going to go paper, and I don't know why I went rock.
This is what it's all about, folks.
Oh,
Being a
really
professional gambler has reached an all-time peak in my life.
Yep.
Forget the $1.8 million on tour. This $100.
It's yours. He won it fair and square, and I'm honored to have played
rock, paper, scissors with Phil Gordon. God damn, man.
You just run around getting chump change from any idiot that just wants to do anything.
$100 a day is $36,000 a year. That's not such a bad.
All right, let's thumb wrestle you, mother.
Phil's got he's got a book out.
Yeah, it's my brand new book. It's called Phil Gordon's Little Green Book. It's 300 pages of no-limit hold'em, strategy, advice, tips. It's exactly the way I play. I'm not the best player in the world by far, but I am a winning player. I've won a lot on tour, World Series of Poker, World Poker Tour. In this book, I took 4 months off tour. I wrote exactly how I play. Everything that I know about the game is in the book, and it's in bookstores everywhere as of today. Official release date today.
Does this hurt you guys at the tables?
I'm not worried about that. I want people to play better so that everyone's game has to go to the next level. Right now, there are a lot of people playing the game. About 80 million Americans identify themselves as poker players. I want them all to play better. I think it would be fantastic for the game if everyone took it to that next level and forced us all to rethink our strategies.
A lot of the older guys that have been playing for a while, a lot of these new guys now are coming in from the internet especially, and they're getting beat. They're getting beat out.
Yeah, well, the fields are enormous right now. This year at the World Series of Poker, we have 5,619 players pay $10,000 each to play. Created a prize purse of $56 million. Holy
shit.
You know, any professional, there are only about maybe 50 professionals that you know by first and last name.
Yeah.
50 out of 5,600 is, I mean, the odds of you making it all the way to the end are pretty slim, no matter how great you are.
What was the prize? What was the grand
First
prize?
place is $7.5 million.
Wow.
And next year it'll be $10 million.
$10 million next
year?
year?
Who won that? You won that?
No, and I didn't win that one.
Any poker groupies? Like before television, like just
the Blue Bunny followed me in from the road.
You always want to know if it's some. Are you getting? Are you gambling in the bedroom? Are you strapping up? Are you putting the condoms on, buddy? Or are you going 1, 2, 3? Whoa! It burns, bitch. I lost.
Well, poker players' favorite expression is "I'm all in."
Chicks love Phil though. Yeah,
of course. He's about 8 feet tall. He came in there looking like that.
I'm 5'21", and
he's a big dude, man.
Yeah,
they love Phil. Who would you consider the best out there right now?
Best out there, without any doubt in my mind, Phil Ivey.
Phil Ivey?
Yeah, he's
Which one is
just
he,
killing
Anthony?
it.
Tiger Woods, the Tiger Woods of golf.
The Tiger Woods of poker.
He's killing it.
What makes him good?
He has the most focus. He has the most stamina. He has an incredible sense for cards. He plays in the biggest games in the world. He's winning just gobs and gobs of money, and he's basically, his reputation precedes him, which helps him at the table because no one wants to get involved in a pot with him. When he's in the pot, everyone folds. They just fold. They just never play back at him, and eventually just steals them blind. It's a fantastic thing to watch.
I saw a match he was playing. He got head-to-head just recently. It was on, I can't remember who he was playing, but it ended with him losing, and it looked like he had given up on the game. And that's something that really didn't look like him.
Yeah.
It looked like he was very careless and just kind of gave up.
Well, TV can make you look like a hero or like a goat. And,
really?
And it all depends on which hands they choose to telecast.
Mm-hmm.
What you don't realize is that when you watch a 2-hour poker show, you see 25 hands. But there may have been 200 played in that same amount of time.
Really?
And, the producers of the show may have wanted the underdog to look like a champion in this particular case, and Phil to, come back down to earth. Maybe he pissed the producer off. You never really know.
Yeah.
But I can tell you without a doubt that Phil's the best player in the world, in my mind.
On your show, did you see some of the actors? I saw one with no one liked him. He was actually an ass.
Yeah, there have been a few of those. Yeah, not very many, but not very many. Most of the people that come on the show are really great.
Celebrity-wise, who's really good out there?
Tobey Maguire, fantastic player.
Really?
Play with the world's best. And also Ben Affleck. Yeah.
Ben Affleck.
Hank Azaria's noteworthy. James Woods.
James Woods has a reputation.
James Woods has a reputation, yeah.
Was he a prick?
No, he's a great guy. I really like him a lot. In fact, he wrote a quote for the back of my book.
He did?
We talk about poker all the time.
He's supposed to have a huge schlong, too.
I've heard that
reputation is...
Yeah.
You should bet on that.
And he bets right on that one.
And a huge IQ. In fact, anytime you talk to James, you'll know both.
Real? Oh, he'll let you know.
He puts his penis in your mouth and then tells you
I don't know. I mean, he's a really fantastic, easygoing guy, but he...
Can we see what the Blue Bunny's all about? I'm a little confused here.
I have no idea.
I think the Blue Bunny came to play rock, scissors, paper.
You guys have your back to him, and he's very
distracting you.
To
See, we need that in poker.
To Patrice and I.
Would it be illegal to have that guy behind somebody, just kind of jumping around and distract people?
Should we have him at least say hi?
All right, see what he's all about.
Oh, boy.
Phil, you hanging?
Yeah, I'm hanging. Are you kidding? I'm not leaving until I see what this is all about.
That is.
All right, let's get some more wireless. We have so many guests today. We need more wireless mics.
Jesus Christ.
Sandy Kane, I guess, brought the Blue Bunny guy in.
Yeah. Bring him. Oh,
yeah.
God. Sandy Kane is an old vaudevillian. I don't know what the hell she's. She was a stripper back in the
She does
old
peep
days.
shows to this day.
Keep him there.
Use it now?
Hi.
Hey,
What
Good morning.
do you do?
What?
Hi. What are you all about, sir?
My name is Scotty the Blue Bunny. I'm a downtown performance artist. What's up? Good morning.
Good morning.
I think he likes you, Phil.
Bunny-
He's really eyeballing you.
aggressive.
This Bunny's hog, is that his ball or his hog?
I don't know.
Can I get another microphone?
Yeah. Feel free to move as far away as you
brought his own
want.
mic.
Hey, bet on that then, Phil. I bet it's about a 10.
We set I think we should set the scene here.
Jesus
you know?
Christ, Merlin Olsen came in dressed as a bunny.
This is a velour full
Stretch velour. Get it
stretch
right.
velour, full blue
He is
bodysuit.
aggressive, isn't he?
12-inch.
Come on,
12,
go crazy. Go crazy.
Well, I'm
Go
just
crazy with it.
We got
Don't
pictures
get
for the
excited.
I'm
website.
homosexual. Go
12
crazy.
inches.
Go crazy with it.
Are you gay?
Bunny ears.
I'm ecstatic, baby. I'm
12-inch
ecstatic.
bunny ears.
Overjoyed.
There are light blue sequins adorning the entire outfit and clear plastic 8-inch spiked heels.
That's not his tail, man.
And a bunny tail.
That's not his tail. That's actually the rest of his mule.
Yeah.
Tucked in the back.
It's tucked around.
He's got his balls and dick
I hope
tucked
you're
in
a
the back.
bottom, dude.
Why, are you a top?
I don't know what I am.
Are you getting
but
on top?
You're packing a huge log there, Bunny is. I can't take my eyes off his sparkly log.
If you can do it, I'll take it.
Oh, my
Good God. What a
Yeah.
great beard.
You're a performance artist.
That's true.
So what do you do
I host a lot of burlesque in the city, downtown.
downtown?
No one would have ever
You
guessed.
ever do kid
No.
shows?
Of course he has.
No, hell no. Hell no.
How do you know Sandy Kane?
From performing together?
Do you do her TV show? You ever
No,
been on her
I haven't
show?
done it yet.
Do you sing?
Sure.
Oh.
What do you want to sing? Happy birthday to you. Oh, here she
Oh,
comes.
no. Oh.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Hey, Sandy, good morning.
Oh, my God.
We've gone from one of the highlights of my life, winning the $100, to one of the things that I'm probably going to have nightmares about for the next 10 years.
Hey, Sandy, you look beautiful. Yeah. You look like a melted Barbie doll. Somebody dropped their doll baby in the oven. Oh, no.
You want a lap dance?
I'll tell you what, I'll give you $20 to give him a lap dance.
All right.
Wait, we got. What about me? He liked me first.
All right, well,
Start singing.
but you know, Phil, she really doesn't have a lap anymore.
Patrice took the money.
How are you?
Like
You might
Phil
not
was-
have a
going
dick
on?
anymore.
Patrice took the money like Phil was talking to him.
Yeah, I know.
How are you?
I just won $100. I might as well invest 20 in good comedy.
Put it in here.
I'm gonna kill him. I can't look.
God!
Thanks.
I
Put it
can't
in
look
here.
at it.
Go
I
ahead.
can't look. Don't look, Patrice.
That's why you
Wait,
never
Patrice,
put money in your
have
mouth.
you seen Twatto yet?
No, because Bob...
Show him
you
Twat.
gotta
You got to look
I want
at
him
it.
to put his whole
Hold
head in.
on, hold on.
Put your whole head
Sandy,
in.
show him that thing
Show
on
him
the
the
side
twat.
of your
You gotta show
vagina.
Phil Gordon. He's a very famous poker
What is
player.
that, Phil?
That's I'm
What
not
is
sure.
that?
No,
Wait, did you
It's
see
something.
that? Wait a minute, Phil. Use your poker face. I want to see. I want to see poker face. Here, take that, and I want to see.
I'm not
how you-
going anywhere
give
near
me
that.
something. I haven't made $20 in a long
Give
time.
her the money.
Give her the money. $20.
Wait, did
Thank
you
you
show
very
You're
much.
very
Twatto?
welcome.
She earned it, Sandy.
Pull
What are
down,
you
though.
doing? What are
Sandy, you
doing?
got to show Twatto
Show
for that,
Twatto
though.
to Phil
Let's see
Gordon.
Twatto.
My whole pussy's out, though. I'm not wearing under.
I have to look through it
Pull
like
it
a
down.
movie camera.
Pull it down.
Go ahead.
Pull it down further.
Twatto, man.
Oh,
Very
my.
modest.
Wait, Robert Kelly's puking.
Oh, no. Oh, come on.
Wait, we like getting the puke sound on
Oh,
that.
look,
All right,
he's
he's
all
leaving
red.
the studio.
You know,
Oh,
he's not
my
kidding.
God.
He's really not kidding. He's
Oh.
all red.
We have a
And
poker
this is
great
what
in
I'm-
here, one of my poker heroes, and
It smells
I'm
from vomit
embarrassed.
in here.
It's hairy as a.
Did you show
But
Phil
the thing,
Gordon?
Sandy, you have to listen for a second.
Yeah.
Pull it down so we can see Twatto.
Okay, guys,
show
just
him
say
Twatto. Show Twatto.
I really didn't.
You
I
have
didn't
to.
bikini wax.
Just
and
show
I'm not
it.
sure my book publisher is going to appreciate this.
But probably not. But
It looks like a poker chip sticking out.
Yeah,
This is
show
the
that
side of her
thing.
badge.
What is that? It looks like an ear.
I just want to show you. Go ahead. You paid the $20. What about you?
That's great.
What about you? Paid the $20.
Can we go to the next segment?
Okay, another
Commercial
$20.
breaks.
We
have commercial breaks on this show.
Oh, it's satellite. There's never a commercial.
Wait, shh. Robert Kelly puking.
Oh, he's in the bathroom?
Here it is.
He gets disgusted.
That
He doesn't want.
thing is disgusting.
I can't listen to that.
Phil's out. Phil's folded. Phil has folded his hand.
I can't.
He's
Please
folded way
feel
too
me out.
early, I think.
Please feel me out.
There's a big pot here.
Phil's still.
All right, Phil's not even
Phil
looking
Phil
at
out.
Yeah, he's smart.
Yeah.
Man. That's shot.
All right, Sandy, we've
All right,
had
Sandy.
enough of you. We'll get back to you. And
What about Scotty?
Oh my
We don't want to
goodness.
lose Bill Gordon
Is
yet,
it
so.
mine?
Wow.
Wow.
I might be joining your buddy in the bathroom.
Yeah, in the bathroom
That's just
puking.
the idea is shocking.
It's not. It's
For the
not
new
right
listener,
at all
she's got
to-
a genital wart. She says
I don't
it's
know what
something
it
else,
is.
and it looks like a poker.
My
Wait,
fucking memories. The grossest thing I've ever seen in my life.
that's audio. Robert in the bathroom.
Is he really tossing up?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, he did.
Well, with him tossing in the background and washing off. Phil,
Yeah.
you did you work for Lockheed or something?
I did very briefly, but I don't remember anything about that now.
You don't?
No, the Blue
all
Bunny
about
is,
poker now?
The Blue Bunny,
The Blue Bunny has
completely
ruined you?
erased that from my memory.
And I'm amazed at your ability with stats and percentages. You actually announced your own percentages at a table once when I was watching, and it was right on the money.
Yeah,
And
it's not as hard as you might think.
It isn't?
And everything, all the math that you need is a third grade education, and it's explained as clearly as I possibly can in the new book.
In your new book, and that's
which
titled...
I'm pimping again.
Phil Gordon's little green book.
That's it.
That one is mine.
Yeah,
Can I keep
absolutely.
That? Can you sign it for me?
Yeah,
Phil?
I'll sign it. Rock, paper, paper.
Yeah, I know. Hey, if I had to lose to anity, it's
pretty
an
cool.
honor.
All right.
You know,
Losing to
Bobo,
you.
that might be a good diet for you. The wart, the wart diet.
He'll lose some weight. Just keep showing him that
Robert
one.
Kelly back in studio. You all right, Robert?
Yeah.
I can't look at it.
Obviously.
I can't. It fucking haunts my memories.
It's like half an ear sticking out of the side of her
I don't know
back.
what it is. It always
It
reminded me
makes
of that
me
ear they
fucking
grew on the back of the
gag every
mouse
time
as
I
some
see
kind of scientific
Right.
project they were working on. Absolutely. Pick up Phil's book
You don't have
if you want to know anything about poker,
You
man.
definitely don't have to.
I'm thrilled.
Convince me.
What do you think of online poker?
Love it. I play every day.
You play every day?
Every single day.
You do. So do I. I'm on
Where
there
are you playing?
every single day.
Don't say anywhere other than Full Tilt Poker. I'm
All
gonna
right,
have to get
Full
angry
Tilt
with you.
Poker.
That's where you're
It
playing.
was. I play it. Full Tilt Poker. I will. I'll sign up and check it out.
Come on and check it out. It's the best
Yeah.
software on the planet.
And what do you? I know a lot of people play in the free rooms, which is an abomination to me.
There's no reason to be playing in the
No
free rooms.
reason. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I noticed the more money you invest into playing online, the more professional the players seem to be. Because you play in some of the lower stakes rooms, it is just people calling everything.
Right.
They're rivering the shit out of you with nothing. And
What you have to realize is there's a strategy to beat every single table. When you're playing in a game and everyone seems to be calling everything, well, just tighten up, and when you do play a hand, overbet, play big pots because you've got the best hand.
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing in a very tight game, then you want to play very loose, and you want to play every hand, and you want to force them to continue to make the mistake that they're making, which is folding too much.
That's cool because you kind of learn that yourself just playing.
Yeah.
Playing
so,
a lot.
You know, whatever game you're playing, whether it be 1 cent, 2 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, or 50 and 100 online, there is definitely a strategy for beating every single table.
How do you do online? Good?
Yeah, all the money that I win online, though, I donate to cancer research, to the Cancer Research and Prevention Foundation. So,
what a guy. Look, he's
nice
just
guy,
endeared
Phil.
himself more with the chicks that love him anyway.
He's a nice guy.
Bastard. I love it. Yeah, and I have one more question about online play, and now it just completely slipped my mind. I stink. Something about... Oh, do people know that it's you they're playing against?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Really?
At Full Tilt, all the professionals that are online play under their own name. You can learn, chat, and play with the pros. Online with me are Chris Ferguson, Howard Leder, Phil Ivey, John Jawanda, Eric Seidel from Rounders,
Yeah.
Cloney Gowan, Jennifer Harmon, Andy Block, and Eric Lindgren, yeah.
Finally, why the fuck would I want to go and play with these?
Well, we play very, very low limits. I
Yeah.
mean, when I'm playing online, I'm playing 50 cent and $1.
Oh, you
I mean,
are?
I'm not playing the, like I said, all the money I win, I donate to charity. So when you come online and you lose money, at least it's going to a good cause.
Yeah, very cool, man. Phil,
How about a final question
pleasure.
from the retarded Laverne Shirley?
You got a question for
Phil Gordon? They're really good at celebrity interviews. Go ahead. Wait, the mic's not on there,
Mic isn't working. Now that she knows who you are, she was trying to utter.
I'm sorry, I didn't know who this guy was because I don't know nothing about poker.
All right,
But do you go to Atlantic City and play at those casinos in AC?
Occasionally, yeah, as little as possible. I'm not a big Atlantic City fan.
Oh, you're basically based in California, huh?
No, I live about 2 blocks from the Bellagio, and once you've been to once you've been in Las Vegas, pretty much every other poker room in the world sucks.
Yeah. Do people go like, oh, when you go over and sit down at a
No, not really.
game?
I think people are excited to play.
Yeah.
You know?
It is exciting to play with the pros you see on TV. It really is. It makes people almost happy to lose their money.
Anthony, ask him how much he's worth, because you built a relationship with him.
There you go.
Ask him how much money you got. I want to know what's going on with this.
I have $180.
Come on, man. Stop with this. See, this is the thing I don't like about white guys. They keep their money to they. I want money talk. Give me some money.
I got $180 in a story I will never forget.
Damn it. What kind of house you live in? What kind of apartment?
I have a condo in Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm traveling like 3 weeks out of the month.
After you
now.
saw Twado, are you ever going to order a mushroom
He
pizza?
didn't pull it out.
He didn't look. He didn't really look. He bailed on that.
You got two or three girlfriends or what?
That
Wife?
was completely ridiculous.
Yeah, you guys,
have to say that.
Let's thank Phil Gordon for stopping by.
Phil, thank you so much.
Phil Gordon's Little Green Book. You can get that now, right?
Pick it up.
Pick it up.
Thanks for the easy money, by the way.
No problem, Phil.
Each day, millions of Americans gather around their satellite radios, awaiting the rallying cry that unifies them all. It's the Opie and Anthony Show, but it's a show where every day may be their last. As they celebrate 1 year back on the air, let's look back on moments that could have been their final sign-off.
This one, right? Yes.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Oh, Bernie! Stand up for your rights, Bernie!
Oh, my God!
Subway vigilante Bernard Getz has shot and killed radio shock jocks Opie and Anthony during an apparent psychotic meltdown over a broken CD. Let's go to our token Asian correspondent, Hui Jing Sao.
Another close call came with Tippy Tom, and it could have gone terribly wrong.
Are you guys ready to wake up Tippy Tom?
Tippy Tom. It's Tommy.
Uh-oh, he might
Tom.
be dead. He could be. Does he have a pulse? Yeah, does he have a pulse?
Looks a little blue.
Oh, my, we could have a problem.
A homeless man died live on national radio today on the Opie and Anthony Show after passing out and swallowing his own tongue. XM Satellite Radio fired the controversial radio team. XM Vice President of Programming Eric Logan, who has great hair, is denying any liability.
And while their assault on the media campaign has attracted national attention, the consequences could have been severe.
Breaking news, former CBS reporter Arthur Chien has reportedly gone on a rampage outside the XM studios in New York, attacking Opie and Anthony with a samurai sword while shouting the same expletive that got him fired.
What the fuck is your problem, man?
But those things didn't happen. So it's a time of celebration for year 1 of the Opie and Anthony Show. There'll be drinks held high in the air, bear hugs, and for a few, maybe even a tranny. Remember, every O&A show is a moment to cherish, because each show could be their last. Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
And it burns when I pee.
Wow! Has a big old hooties on her.
Let me see them, buddy! It's the Opie and Anthony Wow line. If you're on the road and you get wowed, we want to know about it. Call 866-WOW-ME-05. That's 866-WOW-ME-05. Tell us where, tell us when, and tell us what those delicious boobies look like. And if your message isn't too stupid, we just might use it on the air.
Ooh!
Yeah, you can tell him for Tracy.
Yeah. All right, chase him down and bet him.
Yeah, when he comes back, you will bet him, right?
Where is that mother?
What?
He's talking all kinds of smack.
What's wrong, Eric?
Oh, my God, Eric. What did you
did not
do?
just come in and say
what
we're
did
back
you
on the
just do
radio.
to interrupt our break?
Well, why were you running in? Now you got to take a little beating.
No, you guys were still talking. I didn't know if you heard the music that you were back on. There's just a
we
lot
were
going
doing
on.
we were doing a break. We were doing our show, and you came in and told us The show is on.
I just want to call out Patrice because he's like, he's not impressed with Phil Gordon. He says when he comes back, I'll bet him. I'm like, oh, hey.
Well, I'm trying to explain to him that he'll play cards with anyone in this room and beat the crap out of him. And Patrice is just like, it's all luck. It's cards. It's like, And then I'm trying to explain to him how it works where, it's not just about the cards. It's about how you bet and the intimidation factor. And he's like, shut up, rock, paper, lost.
Pussy all shaking. All right.
I'm thinking
Let
he could
him play
read my
Spades
mind.
Or 21 or I Declare War, some ghetto games.
Ghetto games. Huh? You should have played a ghetto game with the guy.
I was going, but it's like, I didn't have any money. So I was going to say, somebody sponsor me, and I'd have beat him in that dumb game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been shook by his goofy.
Continue talking tough now that he's
I thought he could read my mind.
Where's he at?
I thought he could read my mind. I was thinking rock, and I was throwing paper. Like, I didn't want anything to give away what I was going to throw out. And when that last one, when he threw out paper and I threw out rock, I swear to you, I was going to throw paper, and I don't know why my hand just fucking curled up into rock.
God. You think he's like a white voodoo
He
doctor.
is. He's a wizard.
Anthony really is enamored with it.
That son of a bitch beat me.
Anthony loves his cards, man.
You know what really got me? The fact that it got down to the last one. We were right there.
You had a chance.
I had a chance.
I'm going to tell you what's in his mind now.
Yeah.
I think he let me win, too. That's what in his mind.
I think he let me get up to 4.
You think he let
to
Anthony
the last
win
one.
2 of them?
Let me get up to where we needed to go with the last one.
You won, trust me.
He was staring you right down. You were looking away from him. You were looking away, and then you'd go 1, 2, 3, shoot, and you'd throw it.
I didn't want to give it away. I didn't want to have a tell, and I guess I did. My hand, and I know damn well as I was throwing it out, I was absolutely letting him know between having my hand by my shoulder and having it out in what I want. I was letting him know what I was doing, and he would compensate.
Can we do something right now?
Yeah.
Can I just play him in rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, all right.
Right now. And
Where's
show
your
him.
100?
I don't have $100.
Anthony, don't play.
And show
Anthony.
him what?
Don't play for
you.
free.
All right, you'll play for 100 with him, but if he wins, you have to lick that water chestnut on her fucking belly.
That's not worth anything in the world.
No, exactly. All right, we got to go to the hotline. Big Star.
That's right.
Big Star calling in. Robert.
Yeah.
It's Robert Romanus. How are you?
Good. How's it going?
Very good. I've been very excited that you're going to be on our program. I wish you were coming in instead of just a phone call.
Well, where are you anyway?
We're in New York.
Where are you?
Well, I'm in Los Angeles, so...
Just waking up.
Yes, you bet.
Oh, man, it is early, huh?
Yeah, go slow, man.
Yeah, we'll keep it light.
Could you give us one line so everyone knows who you are?
One line?
Yeah.
Well,
just to get it going.
Act like wherever you are, that's the place to be.
Of course. That's who he is.
To be.
Isn't this great?
Isn't this great?
That's who he is. Of course, Damone from Fast Times. You must, dude, every day? Is it every day of your life?
Every day. Amazing, yeah.
Are you pissed about it or
Not at all.
No?
No, it's actually it's great, you know.
Isn't this great? Of course it is. Now, I got to get through some of the basic questions you probably asked all the time and everything. Did you expect it to be that big a movie that just has gone on for this many years?
No, never did. Never in my wildest dreams imagined that, 20-something years later, I'd still be doing interviews about it.
Yeah.
It was like a summer movie.
Well, we still watch it on a regular basis.
That's quite amazing.
Did you ever think Penn, back then, would win an Oscar?
Yeah, I knew he would.
Yeah.
He's an amazing actor,
Yeah. What do you think about his politics and stuff? You ever got involved with any of that? Or?
Well, personally, I don't get involved.
Good move.
I do what I do, But, I love Sean Penn, man. I think I just love what he does.
Yeah.
He's got a great commitment, and I love that. And he has it in his work, and he has it in his life. And how can you not like that, Even if you don't get along with it.
Yeah. You ever bump into anybody from the movie?
once in a while. You know, maybe, I think it was a couple years ago, we did a photo, a cast photo. For what's that magazine?
Vanity Fair usually does those,
That's it, yeah. And that was, you know, we saw everybody. It was really fun, but that's about it. Everybody's so busy, you know.
Yeah. Hey, you had full frontal nudity in that movie that they didn't show, huh?
You bet.
Yeah,
yes, I did.
And they had to cut it out to keep an R rating?
Well, you know, I think it was a toss-up. Honestly, I don't really know, but I think it was between, you know, they looked at the carrot scene, you know.
Right, the blowjob scene, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
And they looked at our scene, and they said, something's got to go.
Oh,
you can't
no.
have both.
That isn't what they just told you because it didn't end up very good. Were you proud of your full frontal? Because there's some guys that do the full frontal, and it's like, maybe they shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, let me tell you, I have nothing to be shy about.
Oh,
there you go. I got the most important question, though.
All right.
Why did he screw up and play Cashmere in the car?
Oh,
well,
that's
a question I get asked quite often.
That's probably the number one question, because what's the famous line when it comes to making out?
Put on side one of Led Zeppelin 4, is it? Side one of Led Zeppelin 4?
Yeah, okay. And then they cut to the scene, he's in the car, and it's Cashmere.
Right. Well, I'm going to guess. What happened is it had to do with the rights.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like to just think Rat was so stupid.
Right.
Well, you could think that if you like, you know.
Yeah, he just couldn't quite get a grasp on what you were trying to do.
Although, you know, you can't go wrong with Cashmere either.
Isn't this great?
Yeah.
What are you working on now? You got a movie?
Well, yeah, I got a couple things. You know, I teach mostly, you know. I work with kids from kindergarten through 6th grade.
What do you teach them?
I teach music and drama.
Really?
Yeah. And you know, every once in a while I'll go off and do a movie, you know, if I get a call from a friend or something. And in the theaters now is a movie called Going Shopping. That's a Henry Jaglom film.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another movie that I just finished called The Mojave Desert Phone Booth, which I think is going to be really good.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Well, you know, there's an actual phone booth in the Mojave Desert that's like 15 miles from nowhere, and it's famous. There's a whole website about it and everything, and for years, people would drive out to this phone booth, and people would call this phone booth, and so strangers would talk to each other.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Robert, now, are you a teacher and all this stuff? Is it this forced to like? Are you forced to be this caring guy, or just didn't? Or, you know, it didn't happen, like...
Patrice O'Neal, by the way.
Don't tell them who it is. Cause
may have seen him in some motion pictures.
Like, it's like, because when people go...
He plays the bouncer a lot.
Like, right, I'm a big black dude, and it's like, if I ever say that I'm teaching kids, most likely something, you know, didn't work out for me.
Well, I don't understand that question, really.
Are you teaching because you have to? Or teaching because, you know, you want to?
Well,
That's
let
a good
me tell
question.
you something. I don't know any teacher, really, who teaches for the money.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, they don't make any money.
You know? I mean, if I wanted to make money or something, I'd really have to do something else.
And I think...
In fact, I act to supplement my income as a teacher.
I see his resume is a little more full than yours, Patrice.
I know.
So how about...
I enjoyed him in Kill Roy.
I don't know what you're insinuating.
Well, let me.
I didn't see you and Valerie Flake.
I did.
Patrice.
I've done this for almost like 25, 30 years. I've been doing this, you know.
Yeah.
And after a while, you know, I get tired of going into these offices and trying to prove to these people in 5 minutes that I'm the guy for the job.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, after 20 years of film, I got 20 fucking years of film.
That's right,
If
Patrice.
you haven't bought me by now, you're not going to buy me in a 5-minute meeting.
What role were you in, Maggie Winters, Patrice?
I wasn't. That's what I'm saying. I just want to make sure.
Patrice did play a transvestite in the Meg Ryan movie.
Which one?
How was the movie?
In the cut.
In the cut.
Yeah? All right, now don't get down on Patrice, man. He's asking. He's got a legitimate question.
Yeah, I just wanted to know. That's all.
No, I wasn't getting down. He actually played a transvestite role.
And what part did you play in That Secret Sunday, Patrice?
Nothing.
Let me tell you how I got into it.
And I also wasn't in Tychus.
Yeah?
I have 3 kids.
Really?
I have 3 kids. I got 10-year-old twins and a 7-year-old. And I spent a lot of time with my kids, and I spent a lot of time at their school. And it just
boring.
became such a much more enjoyable atmosphere for me, you know, than the hustle of showbiz.
Yeah.
So that's really where it comes out. I mean, I'm not a young kid anymore. If I was a young kid, I wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
I'd still be hustling, you know.
How old were you when you did Fast Times?
I was 26 years old.
26, playing like a high school kid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who's laughing back there now?
Patrice just fell on the floor.
He can't get up. The guy's 6'4". He's a 6'4" black guy. He's laying on the floor.
He's falling down.
And he's
got to hit his life call button around his neck so somebody could get in here and lift him back on the chair.
I'm sorry, Robert. He fell off his chair for some reason. I don't know why.
Now you have a brother in showbiz?
Yeah, I have an older brother. Yeah.
And did he guest in The Sopranos?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Because a lot of people thought that was you.
No, he's a lot taller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And older. I mean, he's like 13 years older than me.
Oh, yes, because people were saying, "Oh, he was in The Sopranos."
No,
that wasn't him.
Brother.
Oh, get it right.
He's been going since Mean Streets back in the 70s. You know.
Right.
Hey, why didn't you take a sip of that iced tea before you said great iced tea?
I think that was planned.
Yeah, great iced tea, because it wasn't all about the iced tea, was it?
It wasn't.
That's
it wasn't
right.
at all.
I got a very, very important question. Do you got a pair of tickets for U2 this Friday night at Madison Square Garden?
Oh, I wish.
I need tickets for U2.
You can't get tickets.
No.
He's almost working at the 7-Eleven. All right, Robert. Well, thanks for calling up, man.
Mojave phone booth coming out in 2006.
Yeah, exactly, man.
All right.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks,
Thank you, Robert.
Bye.
Bye.
There he goes. Patrice. Jesus.
I saw it brewing in him, too. He couldn't help himself.
Patrice and Opie naming his movies. I didn't see you in, and I'm Valerie's Flake.
Let me tell you something
These
about
were real movies, by the way.
Let me tell you something about Tychus.
I don't know what you played in Valerie Flake.
Listen, let me tell you something. Carlos Wake, buddy. Classic.
You know, Patrice, he was executive number 2 in Bachelor Man. Who were you? Who were you? Steven's boss in The Last Run.
Oh,
were you in Shut Your Dirty Little Mouth?
It's just like you would just love to hear the honesty. I would be so honest if it was like everyone in a movie that I was in is like a name brand. Even Phoebe Cates. Phoebe Cates, Judge Reinhold, Sean Penn, Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yeah.
And then he's the second most unknown other than the dude who played the guy trying to sleep with Jennifer Jason Leigh.
The stereo salesman?
What's that?
What finally got you?
It just...
Oh, you didn't see him? He was just staring at me the whole time like, are you fucking kidding me?
All right, students, settle down.
Oh, Opie caught me. He really caught me off guard with
what, the boring?
Oh, man.
Oh, yes.
That he couldn't hear. He was like,
He stammered. He stammered like,
I'm your drama teacher.
I didn't just hear what I thought I heard.
I'm your drama teacher, Mr. Romanus. Settle down, kids. Hey, kid, would you get that shirt out of the hamper?
She's basically said, do you like working with kids, or do you do it because you're a failure?
I just figured I'd help kids out with their math homework on such a hot day.
All right, here we go. Ben's saying we got a break for some reason.
We have a lot of spots.
A lot of spots?
Spots.
Real spots? Oh, okay. Hey, Anthony, it's Gamefly.com.
Oh. Isn't this great? Gamefly. I love it.
I did Gamefly.com on my thing, remember?
They're the world's leading online video game rental service. It's so easy. Yep. You send a game back, you have the next game on your queue list, it's automatically sent to you. But you have up to 2 games out at a time, games you can keep as long as you want, without any pesky late fees. And if you really like the game, you simply click Keep It in your game queue. And, queue.
Blueberries!
Yeah, here he goes with his blueberries. And you get the mint condition box and manual delivered to you all at a great member discount. Go to gamefly.com/XM to get signed up. Costs only $21.95 a month.
Blueberries are excellent.
I'm doing a live read here.
But Opie's fucking losing it over there. He's fucking losing his mind.
I haven't laughed this hard in so long. This show has been so fucked up on so many levels.
I love it.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Yes, $21.95 a month, but you can start with a free 2-week XM trial. No commitments. You cancel anytime you want. Start playing all the latest releases, all those games you wanted to play with GameFly.com. Over 2,500 titles to choose from. They got it for Xbox, PS2, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, DS, and the new PSP. 2 games at a time. No shipping charges either way, too. How about that? You keep the games as long as you want. No late fees. All the games you want, go to GameFly.com. That's GameFly.com/XM. And plug in XM in the promo code, and you'll get a special secret offer. It's great. It's Gamefly.com.
All right. We're going to bring Lady Di and Marion back into the studio, and Sandy Kane, and what is that guy? The Blue Bunny? Scotty. Is he going to actually do something today, or is he just kind of going to do what he's doing? I don't know. All right. We go to break with this little thing that Steve put together for Stalker Patty.
Hey, nice car, Patrice. You're keeping it up well. And don't fuck with it.
Nigga! Good one! That's a damn good one! Oh, shit!
2 tickets for Patrice, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Little Brother.
Oh, man.
Hey, if XM wants to show me the love today, give me those U2 tickets for Friday night at the Garden.
You're not doing that.
Fuck yeah.
You're making an on-air plea for tickets.
That's right, I am. That's right, I am. I got to go see U2 Friday night.
Elo's working on it.
He better work on it.
Right now.
And if they hand me Islander tickets, I'm not taking them. I got season tickets for the Islanders already. I'm sorry. I'll be very thankful when I get tickets for something I don't need.
What's my surprise? Yankee tickets, right? Better be. Better be playoff tickets, World Series tickets.
All I know is everyone's panicking around here. They're trying to get us tickets for stuff. Just want to let people know I just got 4 season tickets for the New York Islanders.
You ever heard of a ticket broker?
The check is going out today. All right, as we go to break, Steve did this. Stalker Patty and Big A went out recently, and it didn't go well, and Steve made this stupid thing.
For years, Andrew has waited for that special someone, a woman, to spend his life with.
I think it's very romantic, actually.
A soulmate.
Will you shut up?
Patty has never experienced love.
I have self-control all the time.
And is a boring dipshit.
I like doing puzzles and things from the paper, like all the crossword puzzles, the math puzzles in the Post.
What if someone you couldn't stand,
you have no sexuality,
was the only someone for you?
I think she looks very beautiful.
Witness the romance between a stammering maniac with chronic halitosis.
There's a slight breath problem.
And a cliche-slinging bag lady.
A wild and crazy evening.
No matter what she says, after she says it, I want her killed.
He has fun on the Ferris wheel.
I was too big and it wouldn't balance both of us.
Wow.
But what happens after the love is gone?
You know, just want to be, friends.
Fuck you, bitch. Why can't we be more than friends?
I can't. I'm sorry. What are you doing? No!
When rejection sends you over the edge, the only answer is murder.
No, why not?
Freak Date, mumbling its way to a theater near you. Opie Anthony Dance Party Weekend.
Wait. Nah.
The Opie Anthony Show.
Comedy gone too far.
Calling all freaks.
Motherfuckers!
In studio today, Robert Kelly, doing a great job. RobertKellyLive.com and MySpace, right?
MySpace.
Robert Kelly blowing up, man. And, of course, Patrice O'Neill,
yes,
who fell on the floor.
Always welcome in this studio, Patrice O'Neill.
Very important
Funny
day. We're
motherfucker.
celebrating a year at XM Satellite Radio, and a FedEx package has just arrived.
What is this?
Well, these are gifts from Don and the people at XM. So here's Anthony's.
Let me see.
Read it on the air, Anthony.
Let's see. The best part of XM is only a year. What? The best part of XM is only a year old, and there are many more to come. How is he writing? I can't say how proud we all are of you and Opie. Who knew this would be so huge for XM and all your fans? You guys make XM great. Happy anniversary, Ant. Have fun Friday night at the Yankee game. Wiki. Nice. There it is. How about that? Friday night, I am going to see the Yankees. Nice.
And Opie, here's your gift.
Thank you, Ben.
Plus, if the Yankees go to the ALCS, you'll have 2 seats to that as well. Ooh, now we're getting some respect. I like it. So I'm going to go see the Yankees in the playoffs. Opie, what are you going to?
Opie, thanks for all of the hard work for the past year. You have no idea of the impact that you guys have made on XM and the nation in such a short time. Looking forward to many more years with you and Ant. Take a glimpse at the Islanders' schedule. Pick some games.
You didn't even get tickets.
And they're on us. Proud of you, bro.
He got a calendar.
I'd like to know where these seats are. Are these going to be good seats?
Yeah, you're sitting with Rudy Giuliani.
I'm sitting with Giuliani?
No, I don't know.
Stupid.
I got the Islanders game schedule.
And you're going to an Islander game. Opie, aren't you an Islanders season ticket holder?
I'm buying 4 season tickets today.
So you're... Oh, no!
Jesus.
Oh, no!
Jesus.
Oh, Ben's walking out of the studio. Oh, Opie, you ingrate. Oh,
hey, Opie, I would have went.
Come on.
Yeah, black guy at a hockey
That's
game.
What I'm saying. I wanted to learn.
Nice try.
Nice. Wow. You are the worst.
Jesus.
You are just an ingrate.
Look at Anthony looking at his beautiful
I'm very
gift.
Excited. Game 3. That's nice. Angels, Yankees. You have to shred it like you're putting it in a rabbit cage. Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Season tickets to the season ticket holders. Hey, listen. Free pan pizza at the...
I see who's more important here. Anthony's got actual tickets to a game.
Yeah.
You can pick
and
whichever one.
And you're like, pick seats. We'll see what we can do.
Let me know.
I'll talk to a guy that knows a guy.
Yeah.
They gave Opie the finger gun. Here you go, son.
There you go. By the way, if you like Subway subs,
bang bang.
Oh, you got you know where I'm sitting?
Oh,
pull it up
great.
over here, Than.
What a game! You get to
do
go to
that,
both
no.
games.
No.
Well, if they go to the ACLS.
Do you have actual tickets here? Let me see.
They're en route. I don't have tickets yet, but I
have
tickets, but I just don't. I'm not in possession of them. I don't have to pick out my seat.
And who you taking? Who are you taking, Anthony?
I'm taking
Who you going with? Who's really interested?
my lovely, my girlfriend.
Come on, she doesn't like
She's
baseball.
a Mets fan.
She's a Mets fan. Let me go.
Yeah,
But
why don't you go?
Why don't you bring Anthony? And maybe when he finds
Bring
out.
Anthony?
I mean,
You
Opie.
motherfucker. Can you
Sorry.
get the name straight? It's Opie and Anthony.
Who looks Italian?
Bill Burr has never mixed us up.
Never made a mistake.
Never.
The whole
He's
Opie
Bill
Anthony
Burr.
thing is very obvious.
Yeah.
Hey,
We
look,
get
is
very pissed off when people come up to us and go, well,
Which
so
one's
which
which?
one's Opie?
Take 2 seconds and
Figure
think.
it out.
There's a Dago and a fucking Mick.
Jesus,
whatever you are.
boss.
I don't know.
Jesus, Rich.
Easy there. Let's not get that stupid.
Gee whiz, boss.
I made a simple mistake.
You guys, let's say hi to little Jimmy Norton.
It's Jimmy!
What's up, boys?
Oh.
Oh, get
boy.
him off. We're having
Jim.
so much fun without him.
Oh, Patrice, you motherfucker.
Jimmy.
Jimmy?
No, hold on. Patrice, do you understand why you have 3 friends left?
Jimmy, we're having a really good show today.
Oh. Oh, no. Jim.
I know.
Doesn't he just sound all like...
You know who's there with Jim? Vic Damone.
Hey, me and Jim are hanging out together.
Vic Damone. We just had Damone from Fast Times at Ridgemont High on our show. Nothing but the best guest for our show today.
Well, he's really hard to get, man. He's doing like some kind of a big radio thing. He's got like a call-in he's doing somewhere else next month. No one is talking to that guy.
No, not at all. But I made Patrice fall on the floor, though.
Why? Would you throw a piece of candy there?
Well, we got his, I guess we got his bio with all the movies he's been in, and Patrice was making fun of him because he's a teacher, and basically asked him, are you teaching because you can't act, or you're not getting acting roles?
Yeah, exactly.
But he's been in all these who care movies, so I'm like, yeah, Patrice, were you in Valerie Flake? as we're looking at all the movies he was in.
What part did you play in Tychus?
The best one is Tychus.
Tychus.
You was in Tychus, nigga? Hell yeah.
I was Sam in Tychus.
I was in Tychus.
So that was fun, and he went away pretty sad, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys trying to give him a good smashing?
Well, he started talking about being a teacher or having kids or something. I just yelled out boring, and Patrice fell on the floor.
The way you said it. You went, boring. You rang it like a bell.
And then we had Phil Gordon, who's a poker legend. He played rock, paper, scissors with Anthony for $100.
$100, and I lost.
He lost 3-2.
God damn it.
And what else happened? We got the retarded Laverne Shirley. Oh, you got to say hi to them. Bring them back in. They came by. This is all for our big 1 year at XM, by the way, Jimmy.
I know. That's why I'm calling in, just to say happy anniversary.
But Jimmy's calling. I want to know what's happening with Jimmy Norton.
Well, hold on. We got to tell him about the blue bunny that's here. A 6'4" guy that's in a bodysuit with bunny ears.
Why?
We don't,
why?
We don't know why.
Hey, and Norton, you are no longer to call Rich Voss. He is Rich McFarlane from now on.
And Anthony, why don't you tell Jimmy what XM got you for a year of service?
XM got me tickets to
the
the Yankees-Angels game this Friday.
Oh, that's great.
How cool is that?
You know, Yoshi almost got those for me while I was here.
Really? Yeah, because you're over there. You could go.
Exactly. So the 1 year anniversary and my Asian pornography friend, same gift.
Anthony, why don't you tell Jimmy what I got?
Opie got
a key to his own house.
Yeah, it was. I can't even say he got tickets to an Islander game. They said, pick a seat. We'll see what we can do. To an Islanders game.
Wow.
Yeah, I get,
well,
playoff tickets.
Ant got definite baseball playoff tickets, and I was handed an Islanders schedule. And pick out a game you would like to go to, which is nice, obviously.
He's a season ticket holder.
But I'm a season ticket holder. I'm buying 4 tickets today, matter of fact.
Hey, what's the blue bunny guy?
He's like 6'4" at least. I don't know. And he's really strange.
Where's Bob Kelly?
What's up, buddy? I'm right here.
All right. I heard you were being very unpleasant to me yesterday. I didn't care for it at all.
Oh, just a bit. Just a bit.
We weren't. Well, I wasn't alone.
If I could quote Robert Kelly, I do believe he said, Jim who?
Oh, God.
Did you say that, Bob?
You know what, Jim? I believe I repeated that.
No.
I don't believe I was the... I believe I repeated that.
Robert started it.
Yeah.
It took a clockwise turn around the console.
I did put the first down payment on the T-shirts that we haven't made.
As we all took turns bashing your insecurities, pretty much.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you these little shitheads on the message board something. I am going nowhere. If they want me, this gig, you have to thumb my asshole and drag me out of there screaming and kicking. I am never leaving that studio voluntarily.
Well, it's not your choice.
Yeah, we're not talking about voluntarily.
I mean, it's not your choice. You're an employee.
Listen to this guy.
You know, are you talking to me, or are you talking to Bobby about Dane Cook?
That's what I'm talking about, Bob. Norton is making sure there's no suicide in his future.
See, Robert, you should have said that about him yesterday.
You said you were trying to kill yourself, Norton, but you didn't know how because you're impervious to everything. Jumping, drowning.
They said you would bounce if you hit the ground, and you can't drown yourself because you're a scallop and they live underwater.
But
horrible people.
Jimmy, you know the publicity shot of Ant and I and you where it's just your head on the console?
I do. I'm very well aware of that shot.
Well, Robert Kelly decided it would be really funny to remove your head and put his head in your place.
Yeah.
So now in the studio, it's Robert Kelly's head on the console.
Oh, that's kind of cute. Bob's funny at that, like taking like a little head and gluing another one on. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Well, mine's going to be taken off today, and then they're going to put the real host of the show, Billy Burr.
Bob, you know what? You should take your head and paste it on the front of a pizza box. That's exactly what you should do.
That's just mean, Jimmy. That's just mean. Don't get mad at me because Billy Burr is funny. I'm only here once. I've been here one time. That's because Billy's on the road.
No, it's been
exactly stupid. So Billy, believe me, gave your spot a good kicking out. This was your time to shine, stupid.
And I didn't, like I did my whole life, dummy. I know. I stink.
Bob, don't make it real. We're having fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Jimmy,
you could hear, right, with Bob trying to play mental psychology games. And you should have seen the blood come out of his ears.
Sorry, dude.
I didn't. And
I really did. I get carried away.
Only the best.
Go ahead. Get it. Tears of a clown. We're all hurt.
Only the best for little Jimmy Norton as he spends some time in Hollywood. We got someone that wants to say hi to you from your past. Go ahead.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
How you doing, Jimmy?
Hi, how are you?
Good. We miss you.
Thank you.
How's everything going in L.A.?
It's good.
Hey, when are you coming back?
All right. The 12th.
All right. Jimmy will be back a week from today.
Okay.
He's going to be on the Tonight Show on Monday, ladies.
Jesus, this is your third time in like a year, right?
I'll watch for you.
Thanks. That was good.
Why is Lady Di all excited? Lady Di looks like I don't know. She still looks like she's an alcoholic, but she doesn't look as bad. She doesn't look as Mama threw me from the train.
Not as bad as you looked last time.
But you definitely
Thank you very much.
But you definitely got some liver damage happening.
No, I don't.
Let's be honest.
You had to have.
Let's be honest.
You
had to have.
No, I don't.
She looks like a mixture between Janis Joplin and Fred Flintstone.
Jimmy.
Janis Joplin and Fred Flintstone.
Wow. What was the other one? What was the other one that floored us today?
What the two of them look like?
So you look like a melted Barbie doll.
Meatloaf and David Bowie.
Meatloaf and David Bowie.
And
melted Barbie doll.
Thelma and Louise after they drove off the cliff.
And then Patrice said that Marion is sporting what?
Jimmy.
3 different hairstyles?
3 hairstyles of 3 different ethnic groups. An afro,
an afro, a mullet.
A mullet.
That's the new look.
We look good.
Hey, Jim, I lost a lot more weight.
Did you?
Yeah.
Right.
Care. Why does
Oh, come on.
He doesn't care.
Kind of miss you, buddy. Hope to see you soon.
We will see
you
him soon.
You should lose weight in Sloan Kettering with radiation blast.
No, I lost weight. I'm not sick. Believe me, I'm healthy. Very healthy.
All right, ladies, we're going to talk to Jimmy now, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Thanks, lady.
I'm very
Jimmy, I didn't call you back last night. I apologize.
That's fine, man.
But what? Honestly, I don't care. We should bring this up in the air, though. So you ran into Dice.
Yes, I saw him.
Well, we kind of teased this earlier, and I said, well, when Jimmy, calls in today, we'll talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, we talked at the Comedy Store. It was good to see him, actually. It's the first time I've talked to him in almost 2 years. And, it was nice to see him. He's doing well.
Right. And he said the reason he hasn't come on our show yet is because he needs to talk to me personally. And that's why I want to bring it up on the air. I feel like a real idiot today. Because we really thought it was personal shit maybe he didn't want to talk about, or we don't know. And we're like, we don't do our show that way, obviously. But I guess it comes down, he wanted to give condolences to me personally about the loss of my father.
I'm caring and sensitive, jerk off, okay?
Well, he's like, I can't go on the air and just do that stuff that we do on the air without talking to him first. He's like, it was too, that's the way he is, too. So I definitely believe him. I mean, it was just he's one of those guys. He has to talk to you about that and clear that air and tell you how he feels before.
Well, it's been a year. What about a phone call?
Well,
he did call.
He did call, and I didn't call him back because I thought.
How long ago was that?
This goes back a while.
So it's your fault.
I feel like a complete ass today. Yes, I'm calling myself out today.
Wow.
And that's all he wanted was to talk to me personally and and give his condolences. I had no idea. I thought it was about some of the nonsense that happens when you hang out with Dice.
Yeah, I thought it was because he hated me, and it was all kinds of
all sorts of shit was going on, and I'm like, you know what? Then fuck it. Then we'll do the show without Dice. But now it turns out that I was the idiot.
Who needs Dice though, Bob? You did the Garden too, didn't you?
Yeah, with Dane Cook.
Yeah, but Jimmy,
you did the Garden too, though, Jimmy.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, but I said this to Robert Kelly yesterday. He warmed up for Dane Cook. Everyone knows it now, and he fucking killed.
Yeah.
In front of 5,000 people. I was very impressed.
A couple weeks ago.
He was at the Garden a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So I owe Dice a call so we can maybe work that out.
Yeah, no, he's doing good. And I didn't watch his set. I was outside talking to Rogan, Rogan's just an animal. He's just a fucking animal, and he was talking about how he's going to choke Wesley Snipes. He's really going to hurt Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes he's got a problem with?
Why?
They're fighting, dude. They're going to do a fight.
We knew he had a problem with.
Wait, they're going to do a real fight?
But Wesley can fight too. Wesley is another. But I think Rogan's an animal. But Wesley's a trained he's like some super fifth degree something.
Rogan's got a lot of martial arts training
Rogan's
too.
a beast. Rogan's an ultimate fighter type of dude.
Yeah, that's what he does.
He trains like crazy.
Snipes though, you never bet against a black guy.
Yeah,
ever.
Don't bet against. Never bet against black.
Right.
Always bet on black, dummy.
Always bet on black.
When you bet on the white guy, when he's angry with big fists and he's from South Boston.
Yeah, I would have to take Joe Rogan in that fight.
Only because I think Joe might train, but I mean Wesley's not a punk, man.
What's the problem?
Wesley called him out though. Wesley's trying to do, for some reason I think he's broke, so he's trying to get guys to fight him. He asked one guy who said no, and then he went to Rogan who said yes.
He's going to all his movies are straight to VHS now. Something like
what happened to Blade?
Blade 2.
Where's the Blade money?
That's it.
Blade 3.
He has the Blade money.
That's enough.
Hey man, nigga, rich man. Look
what
at
else?
Me. I got $462.08, but I got.
But you have 900.
Rings.
You have 900 pairs of sneakers.
You really are the worst with the money.
Oh, I can't. I'm sorry.
Your cell phone doesn't need diamonds on it.
Gotta see what the hell he's been doing. The guy was in. All right, he's got Blade. Blade 2, Blade Trinity.
He was in a few movies.
Tu Wong Fu.
White Men
Can't Jump. Jungle Fever.
Little Jungle Fever, sure.
Mo Better Blues.
The Marshal. What was that movie
he did years ago? Wildcats.
Waiting to Exhale.
Valerie Flake.
I would say he was an egg celebrity for a while, though.
He was.
He was definitely A-lister.
And he might still be A-list because Wesley's still known. I didn't realize his career took a,
Murder at 1600. That was pretty
U.S.
good.
Marshal. That was
U.S.
What
Marshal.
messed him up? Trying to be a black, black action hero.
Yeah.
Like Blade was good because it's a black comic book, but he was trying to do too much karate.
I saw him and Denzel in the same category for a while.
Well, he was like he was like the hood leading man. Like Denzel was like the certified act with white women leading man, and Wesley Snipes was the certified act with black women.
Hold on, Sandy Kane is getting really pissed off outside the studio.
What is she mad at now?
Because
what is she angry?
Because the Blue Bunny didn't get enough time.
What did he?
Sandy, what's wrong?
Sandy.
He came all the way in there.
Sandy.
All right, get on, Mike, Jim.
He put his bunny costume.
Hold on.
Wait till that's on.
He patted his balls and shit, and he's not even on.
But he was on. But what is it, Sandy? You got to think. Focus for a minute. Oh no, hold on. Focus. What does he do?
He's hysterical.
But
Talk
what?
to him.
Hold on.
He's Jewish.
But what
He's
does
a Jew, man. He's funny, and he's got a shtick besides having a dick.
3,000 miles away.
Oh, see, Jimmy doesn't miss this place.
Talk to him, man. Come on.
You don't
Talk
miss this, Jimmy.
to him. Talk
All right,
to him.
bring him in. Bring him in.
Bring in the blue bunny.
You know, Sandy, you look
fucking A.
You look,
fuck
Sandy,
you, Patrice.
You look like a...
Look at you, man. You a fucking ugly bastard.
You look like a...
You fucking ugly, man. I wouldn't fuck you.
You look like an unwrapped mummy.
Well, fuck you. Look at you fat fuck. You're a fat fuck, man. He doesn't eat pizza. He eats Pizza Huts. You need to eat a Pizza Hut, man. Fuck. You're a comic.
He's been spot on with everything he's every way he's described.
Why don't you lose some fucking weight,
spot
man?
on. Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. He's fucking fat. You've a great face for radio, Patrice. Why don't you have titties or something? I'm just saying, man. How can you fucking talk?
You're old.
Yeah. Hey, so are you.
No, he's not.
To me, he's old.
He's half your age.
He is? How do you know? He's so fat you can't see the wrinkles.
Hey, she got you there, Patrice.
No, he's got like 3 stomachs. You can't even see the dick.
What'd you call her
First used on Fatty Arbuckle, that joke.
Patrice. I'm saying, man, how can you talk?
Patrice, what'd you call her earlier? Melted Barbie doll?
Oh, she look... Barbie doll that got dropped in the oven.
You know, Scotty, I'd sooner fuck you with my vibrator than any of these fucks.
This is...
All right.
This is the most comfortable situation I've ever
Blue
been in
Bunny,
my
she
whole
says
life.
you're hysterical funny. What do you do? What do you actually do? What's your act?
I host a lot of shows downtown. Sing, dance, run around in a bunny outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's burlesque.
It's burlesque.
Remember I
you
told
gotta
you
be there.
about
I'm
burlesque?
sorry.
We're
I'm sorry. I'm letting you down.
Norton, just so you get an idea what he looks like.
I just wanted to know what you did.
He looks like Dan Fouts in a...
Jesus.
He looks like Dan Fouts in a bunny costume with a giant log.
You did. Do you pad the front of that bunny suit? Or is that all you? Not at all.
Why you stand up?
Not
Go
at
ahead.
all.
He's
But I
very
just want to
tall.
know if
I'm
you're,
right here. I'm
if
right
you're
here.
padding
Whatever
that.
you want to.
Truthfully,
No, I
the
don't
first
pad.
time I met Scott, he took his dick out. I was at the slipper room, and he was so excited to see me. He was drunk, and he took his dick out.
Oh, yeah?
Hi, Sandy, and he shook it.
I hope this goes on
I
for
shook
8
his dick.
hours.
Cute story.
No, I'm just saying that I'm going to be at Stand Up New York Thursday night, 11 p.m. I want everyone to come down. And when are you going to be at Slipper Room?
Yeah, when are you going to be there?
You can check my website, ScottyBunny.com. All my gigs
ScottyBunny.com. You're going to get a lot of hits today, Scotty.
are,
You didn't get a lot of airtime, but you're going to get a
That's
lot of hits
okay.
on the website.
It's all right.
Did you change or walk here like that?
I flew here.
You flew
Yeah.
here. The streets of Manhattan.
I'm a homosexual. I can do a lot of things normal
You get away with
people
a lot of
can't.
stuff. Yeah.
Which one do you like out of all these guys?
It's all right. We don't need to know.
Why?
All at once.
Well, I mean,
all at once.
homosexual,
a big
man.
bunny gangbang, sure.
Would you do them all at once? Would you? Oh, you got typed?
Yeah, would you do them all at once?
Now the guy's quiet. The guy that pointed my dick out to everybody else in the first place is quiet.
I'm not homophobic. I do you.
All right, cool. Can I get dinner out of it?
Yeah, whatever.
All right, if I eat first. See, and you won't even have to kill me to fuck me. I'll let you fuck me. I'll still be alive.
You fuck me.
I think you can track it. I think his face looks like Sandy's cooch.
You didn't even look at my cooch, man.
All right, let Jimmy say something. Jimmy.
Is this the big 1-year anniversary?
Yeah.
You have Sandy Kane, Laverne and Shirley, and a faggot and a blue bunny outfit.
That's Mr. Faggot to you, whoever the hell you are.
Jim Norton.
Who is he?
Who is he? He's a big star. He's in Hollywood.
His name is John Norton. Oh, Jim.
He was in a little movie called Valerie Flake.
And his new thing is Lucky Louie.
Lucky Louie on HBO,
my
right?
Friend is my friend Daniela was just on the set there with
right.
She's engaged
Seconds?
to
Blue Bunny. What's the plug again?
ScottyBunny.com. Check it out.
ScottyBunny.com.
Thank you.
Jimmy, thank you. I'll call you
o'clock.
later.
Stand Up New York.
We're running out of
Jimmy.
show.
11
RobertKellyLive.com.
Daniela.
Patrice O'Neill, thank you. Anything? Real fast,
My
2 seconds.
HBO special, October 7th.
That's Friday.
And I'll be in... That's it. I'm out of here.